strangers now, gonna be the best of friends. Celebrate like the story never ends. World aside when we're stepping on the scene. World or not, like we're living in a dream. Oh, so young and free. We got the keys to the whole city. Oh, so young and free. We got a good thing, you and me. Oh, so young and free. We got the keys to the whole city. Oh, so young and free. We got a good thing, you and me.
in the morning, I see it so clearly. It's no competition, it's just on with the vision. We giving incisions, we feeling amazing. It ain't never gonna stop when we take to the topic. We feeling amazing, feeling amazing, feeling amazing. Now back to the basics, we just keep it moving, ain't leaving no traces. Now look at their faces, ain't no stopping us now, we controlling with aces. Now tie up your laces, ain't no tripping, we living this, giving the chase this. Now turn up the face this, we keep living this grizzle, we got it to face this. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we never gon' stop it. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we making a profit. Feeling amazing, we just living our life and we keep it above. Feeling amazing, we ain't never gon' stop and we living it up. I'm going through changes, living so dangerous. They saying he famous, I keep telling myself I'm the best with the aim. It's saying it's criminal, they do the minimal. I'm just a general, keep it subliminal. Break them the minerals, keeping it cynical. Keeping it moving in the speed of pinnacle. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we never gon' stop it. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we making a profit. Feeling amazing, we just living our life and we keep it above. Feeling amazing, we ain't never gon' stop and we living it up. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, raising the temperature, counting your days in. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we never gon' stop it. Feeling amazing, take to the top and we making a profit. Feeling amazing, we just living our life and we keep it above. Feeling amazing, we ain't never gon' stop and we living it up. dog, we the livest. Never gonna fade us, in the end we survive this. Trials, tribulations, but it only make us stronger. Never gonna stop and bring the heaters like a sauna. Gotta take it to the highest heights, deeper depths. Gotta move it right to left, but we always move it step. Gotta be the champions, dog, never losing. Get it, I got it, deliver to go. Never gonna stop it, I take it a blow. Wanna get to it, they never can know. Wanna get to it, I'm back at it though. My time like a python, I'm an icon, I got this. Never gonna stop it, we take it to the top. Put your money where your mouth is. I got change, I could do it like a house bid. Now let's bang, put your money where your mouth is. I got change, I could do it like...
Riyadh, Saudi Arabia's capital, which is usually known as a main financial hub, has this week taken on the title of host city of the FIFAe World Cup finals, where today we are at knockout stages, meaning you are going to be treated to some epic quarter-final and semi-final matchups. Well, you've already been treated, haven't you? Because this happened a little bit earlier on today. We had the quarters and semis of the console side of things, and this evening you get the quarters and the semi-finals of the mobile side of things. As it stands, we have 8 nations who are vying for 2 places in tomorrow's grand final. There is everything to play for here on day 3, and I'm delighted to say we have 2 brilliant guests in the studio as always. You look confused there, Chris. Alex is brilliant. How about you?
I don't know. I didn't realise we had 3 analysts up here. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Rachel.
There we go. Can I just ask what you've got here? You've got a red and a yellow card.
Yeah, well,
who are you handing these out to?
I did have to hand one to Alex because he was nearly late. But besides that, nobody else has received one quite yet.
Can you show Alex it? Because he was late. He was late to the death.
Just the yellow for now.
If you do that again, you'll be sent off and you won't be coming back up here for tomorrow's finals, okay?
Yeah, but yellow's fine. I mean,
okay,
no worries.
yellow's fine. Okay, this is massive. Okay, we already have 2 teams from the console side of things. Indonesia and Brazil have booked their spots in tomorrow's final. Who is going to join them on the mobile side of things? Indonesia still have a team in the quarterfinals in the mobile, so it could be 2 from 2. Could that happen, Alex?
I think everything's on this quarterfinal. Mentally, we have seen Garuda Frank having those up and downs, like mostly all the mobile platform players, but especially this quarterfinal, he needs to get into these matches, get some confidence, get that feeling that the player needs at this point of the tournament, and then I'm sure will be a different vision of him in the semifinal.
Chris, talk to me about how stressful it may have been, the fact that the mobile players have to sit and watch the console players do the job, watch them do the walkouts, experience the highs and lows, the penalty shootouts, the extra times, everything they had to experience. Is that stressful to be a part of and watch?
I would say so, especially if you're part of the teams that way in here, because some of them have been. They've been in and around their teammates who've been in the console side. The same has been said for the console players, being with the mobile players when they've been playing as well. So it would be stressful because you're involved in it in that way. I also would probably rather go first as well. Get it out of the way, you can relax the rest of the day. Mobile do get that luxury tomorrow, though.
Yes, they do indeed get that luxury tomorrow. Well, we actually get a luxury now of watching some of the best plays from the mobile players from yesterday.
With a decent scoreline to really just oil up those fingers, thumbs, whatever you do on the mobile! Favour of Brazil against Spain.
Yeah, watch this. Mateus Cunha, what an absolute ball driver from the edge of the box. Take Kubo, blink shot, weather! Set piece is working properly for Japan!
And Ionis has equalised here for England as well. This is 90th minute.
It will be the last one.
It's now or never.
Mbappe, the shot! My goodness, you say you made it!
Turkey providing us with all the late drama. I'm going to say maybe it was tactical, the fact that they kind of paused a little bit to wait for the other games and then went bang and got themselves in to the quarterfinals. It was drama, and I probably just shocked you with my bang there as well. It was dramatic yesterday, wasn't it? I guess we want to look at the key storylines, though, and for me, it was the fact that India had a fabulous, fabulous day one and couldn't repeat day two. And then Malaysia being top dogs and just being unbeaten. I'll go with you on India first, Chris.
Yeah, so for India, it kind of reminded me how Brazil did in their two group days. First day looked insane. Second day, not so good. So he needs to then switch himself back on. But it was a very honest interview with Daniel yesterday and said, look, I think I probably came in today a little overconfident. So at least he's self-aware enough to realize that that happened. And now he cannot be overconfident, I should say. You're at knockout stage now. You can't make mistakes.
And Malaysia, top dogs over the last 2 days and still probably very confident heading into day three.
Yeah, great recovery from day one. They are proving why Malaysia is an emerging country in community level, supporting the players to be in the very best version that they can. And today, obviously, is a different day, but I'm sure Malaysia have something to show and to prove it in front of everyone. But first, that quarterfinals against Japan, that will be tight, really, really tight. And we'll see. But high expectative for Malaysia that, well, one of the favorites so far in this competition.
We mentioned just two nations with two teams there. And I wonder if they made Chris Tunn's Axe Player of the Day. Were they one of them? Malaysia or
Frank.
India there? Okay, would you agree with this?
Yeah, Frank from Indonesia, 100% agreed to be in there. He was ridiculous yesterday.
You picked him, so you had to say that.
Well, no, I picked the 4, then the fans picked him, okay? So I have a horse in each of these races, I suppose. But irrelevant
Finished
of that.
first.
Yeah, exactly. He did finish first. But I think, realistically, for me, he was very, very good yesterday. It was one of those moments where he had a bit of a shaky start on his first group stage day, but then yesterday really turned it on. So it was a really good performance from him yesterday.
Yeah, what did you make of his performance over the last
those
2 days?
reactions, it means how he has relieved that pressure that he was on his shoulder on day one, that we haven't seen that comfortable, the face, you feel that when you see those players. We have seen during the whole competition, they are confident, you see on their eyes and their gameplay as well. So we'll see if today, is it on shape as yesterday, or we're going to have a different version of Garuda Frank? We'll see.
Yeah, we will indeed. Okay, well, let's then show you all of our quarter finalists coming your way shortly from today. Here is that bracket. Indonesia taking on Thailand. Morocco, the Korea Republic, they face up against each other. Malaysia, Japan, and India, Turkey. I don't even know which one I'm most excited about. They're all amazing. I might actually go kind of one of the Asian nations there. Indonesia and Thailand. That one is going to be epic. What about you two?
I think especially that first one, Indonesia-Thailand will be a really tactic battle. I would rather say Malaysia-Japan will be a really more open game, same as India-Turkey, but it's difficult to predict, Chris. No, I think first games we have seen in console, the first one were like quite low-paced games. Will be the same in mobile, probably yes, a lot of nervous. They haven't been such a big stage, such a big competition this one before. Yeah,
and I would look at the India versus Turkey. I think that for me, I'm really curious to see how Daniel comes in. If he comes in firing in his first quarter-final, I think you'd be worried if you're everybody else.
Which side of the draw is maybe the most tricky at the moment?
Yesterday one, maybe?
Top side, I would say.
Top side?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I think you got a few sharks in there who could go on to win this tournament. Bottom side, I think Turkey were just about lucky enough to make it through into this stage. So I think they may struggle just a little bit as well. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Everybody's good. Shark
Tank. I love that. Okay, the Sharks coming out to play later. Anyway, let's pause the thought on Sharks and talk a little bit more about FIFAe and what they're trying to do. They are trying to make this World Cup the best and fairest World Cup to date, and that's why ahead of the tournament, they put every single player competing here through doping control.
My name is Dr. Jens Kleinefeld. I work for FIFA as a doping control officer. In real life, I'm a medical doctor. It becomes more and more professional. Let's say we are already in the professional stage, and so they should be treated like every professional sportsman. So in this is then doping controls are included.
Of course, as competitors, we want to all be on a level playing field. We don't have someone in a competitive advantage. So having moments where every single person is randomly selected is very good as well, because it keeps everyone on the spot, make sure that, you're not doing anything you shouldn't be doing. So it keeps everyone on their toes.
I really like it because I feel it sounds like this scene is getting more like professional. I think it's important because every player should get a fair like circumstance when they're preparing for a tournament. So I think it's really important.
The process is that we neither target or randomly chosen pick players, and after we notify them, they have to come immediately to the doping control station. This will be eyewitness, so they have to give a minimum of 90 milliliters of urine, where I stand really next to them and watch that the urine is leaving the body. So then we follow the normal procedure, so these samples will be stored and sealed and then sent to the lab.
So this is the first time I'm giving an anti-doping test, and I haven't done it yet. We'll see what happens. Because of course you have to be mentally prepared as well. You have to be fresh on game day, and I think it's a really important step to do. So there should be fair gameplay, and that's why I think FIFA has done that, and I think it's a wonderful step.
We can treat this sport as a normal sport and shouldn't have anti-doping. Shouldn't know for anti-doping for other players.
It belongs to FIFA. So we don't make a big difference what kind of sport. It is a women competition, youth competition, male competition. It's a FIFA sport, and so we treat them like every FIFA sportsman. So what I also tell the players, you are treated as all the big famous players we have in the normal football, like Mbappe, Messi, Ronaldo, all the big names. They all go through the same process. So this is also here the same process for them. They have to follow the regulations.
Yeah, that is super important, of course. Like you said, all the main protagonists who you watch every week on the pitch, they all go through doping control. Alex, is this something that you think is great for the game, being a pro player yourself?
Well, obviously, yeah, and especially this kind of competition could be deep and a lot of opportunities in such a young career that the mobile player has on it. And it's difficult to predict, but, you know, just being here in front of this fantastic event across the world, following on Instagram, social media, whatever. So let's see how this goes for the players, because you never know when opportunity could arrive for those players.
Yeah, we're really setting the standards, aren't they, with FIFA here? Okay. The time is now, guys. Our players are waiting backstage. I'm sure the heart rates are going through the roof right now, but two people who are the coolest and calmest out there are Milos and Veracity, and they are ready to welcome our nations to the stage.
This is once more the FIFAe World Cup featuring eFootball, and this time around, Milos, we're running it back on a different platform. It's mobile this time around.
It indeed is mobile, but does not mean that the competition gets any less fierce than we were just seeing on console with eFootball. We have our finalists over there who gets to make out through this entire fight in the quarters and in the semis to the grand final. Let's introduce our players with our player walkout, starting with Team Indonesia. Representing Indonesia, it's Garuda. Consistency is key, and Indonesia had it in spades, especially to top Group A.
Welcome to the stage for Team Thailand. It is P14, and Milos, one thing is for certain. He is not going to finish in P14 here. I'm expecting a standout performance from him.
Next up, representing Morocco, it's Enes. Team Morocco gathered 13 points in the incredibly highly contested Group B. Question is, how deep will this run be?
Next we have Korea Republic. Representing them and hoping to make waves over here on the bid stage, it is DK.
Next up, Team Malaysia. Mbappe representing the squad. Not of a close Group B, only one squad, one player in this case, stood above the rest. Can he keep the momentum going for Team Malaysia?
Give it up for Japan. can give us one hell of a performance, because currently at the bottom of their group, they will be facing Malaysia.
Oh, you talk about a hell of a performance? It's India! Daniel, representing Team India, had a perfect day one of groups. That turned, unfortunately, into a difficult second day. Will the family bonds between father and son carry them over the hump and into our semis and finals?
Our final team is Turkey! With Yusa representing them, the weight of the world is on his shoulders. Turkey had a narrow miss on the console tournament, but can they now make it on mobile? It's certainly not an easy task ahead of them, Milos.
It absolutely will not be for any one of our players and competitors here on mobile. We'll see who can make it deeper, Veracity.
Honestly, Milos, intensity is sky high. Players, I see you all looking at me right now. I see you all eager to jump onto the pitch. So you know what, without further ado, let's send it over to the desk.
Thanks so much, guys. Absolutely loving the energy down there. The players, they're looking a bit more nervous than Milos and Veracity were. Look at Daniel there. Is his dad in sight? I don't know. I'm looking around. No, he's not there at the moment. Maybe he said, you know what, it didn't work yesterday. You're not allowed in my booth anywhere near me today.
When we did the request for Axe Player of the Day, I did ask if we could use Daniel's dad, but unfortunately we didn't have a picture of him because the interview was so lovely. But yeah, his family are going to be there to support him, and the same for every other player out there, their fans, their teammates. They all have to be there.
And it's really interesting. Look, Garuda Frank with the mini fans there. All the people are around. It's really fun. You know, he tried to get as chill as possible, like playing for home there in the booth. Now we go into Yusa, the man from Turkey that yesterday gave us an emotional, dramatic end of the match to get into the quarterfinal. We'll see if today can be as sharp as yesterday, facing Daniel, the man from India. A lot of emotion coming up. 3 games, the best of 2 victories will be deciding to get into the semis, so we'll see. Japan as well coming strong into these knockouts. A lot of emotion.
How hot does it get down there in terms of being a pro player? A couple of them have got fans now. Up here, it's not that warm.
I think there's two point of views. Like, if you have been there before, you will have a really bad time before start the game. But once the game starts, you know, you breathe and yeah, you go for it. If it's the first time, you maybe don't really realize where you are, so maybe it's an advantage. So maybe those kids in mobile, first time in a big stage as this one, maybe don't have a clue where they are really, but they know what they do because they are so good playing the football mobile.
Tell us a little interesting facts about Team Malaysia. What do they bring to the party?
Well, at the end, that's it. The family they are as a team. No, I think it's a community working on developing players, having new league to developing future stars, and that's the best. No, the help from the federation, from the community to build future opportunities into esports. This country are really doing into it.
Morocco, one of those nations that have had quarterfinalists on both console and mobile, obviously got loads of depth over there at the moment.
No, but confident, as he said. I was talking to him a little bit. He's really, really confident. Probably the most experienced player here at the quarterfinal, but he needs to step up. You said very well. Yesterday was having a lack of confidence we saw on day 1, but you know, doesn't matter what happened day 1, day 2. This is quarterfinal, as in now or never.
Okay, well, Morocco are facing the Korea Republic a little bit later on. Well, all these matches are going to go at the same time, of course, but the one we're talking about now is Indonesia, Thailand. 2 sides not really known for their footballing abilities.
Yep.
I'm the representative of Indonesia. Indonesia is the best country in football. That's why I'm the best.
อะไรเด่นกว่าอินโดนีเซียก็น่าจะความคมแหละทำไมอินโดนีเซียต้องกลัวเราเพราะว่าความนิ่งของผม
No, you are not better than me. I know you are nervous. I will beat you because I have the confidence. In the end, it's easy work for me.
ก็ระวังมุมใหม่ครับ
Yeah, of course. I wish you good luck, but not having a great time with me.
We do love this trash talking because the boys up here are doing it as well, actually. You haven't got a shot on this, but they're looking like they don't like each other right now at all. You can maybe see it up here. Hello, waving. Can you see us in the back of shot? Just about. Are you friends now, boys?
I've always been his friend.
Well, Indonesia and Thailand, they don't look like friends. Do they have a big rivalry, these two sides?
Yeah, especially in Southeast Asia, they've competing almost every 2-3 months in a big competition right there. Big rivalry. Because the last champion, the FIFAe Fame Your Game Cup, comes from Thailand. And this kind of games that the Thailand brings into this competition with 5 center backs is completely the kryptonite, let's say, of Indonesia. Well, we'll see.
5 centre-backs, I absolutely love that. As we look at Turkey there, they face up against India, a team who have actually never been to a World Cup proper. They're taking on that Turkish side who'll be out for redemption after getting knocked out in the semis on the console side of things.
First day went really well, but the second day was not so good, I think. As long as I qualified, so yeah, the focus is on tomorrow.
Yarın için kötü bir sonuç değildi. Bugün de ilk maçta yenilsek diye diğer 2 maçı kazanarak.
Just focus on hard work, nothing else. I just do my basics, stay calm and focused.
Hiç düşünmediği hareketleri yapabileceğimden dolayı olabilir. Hiç beklemediği anda beklemeyeceği hareketler yapabilirim.
See, I respect my opponents and I respect you, but I will beat you.
Daniel'e saygı duyuyorum ama kazanacağıma inanıyorum. Good luck.
Oh, we love the respect, but we also love the trash talking from Daniel there. He said, yeah, I had a good day one as his family just joined the party now. Like to see they're still friends. Had a great day one. He needs to find something on day 2, of course. What was it that was missing? We kind of really didn't get into that nitty gritty of what it was.
So I think, I mean, he said it himself, he felt overconfident, but also I believe that when we've seen it plenty in all of the groups across the entirety of the competition, when teams have got themselves to that 13, 12 points, something along those lines, the foot comes off the pedal just a little bit. I think they maybe relax into it, think, yep, job's done. The jump wasn't quite done for him. He did eventually get himself over the line in a good spot, but yeah, I think it was maybe just a little bit of complacency.
Yep, exactly. Well, next up, it is Morocco-Korea Republic. Can the Moroccan team match the feats of the national team at last World Cup? They take on the Korea Republic.
I will beat you because I've been playing eFootball for like 7 years. The experience is most important factor.
I will win against you because I am the lion.
I use the side of the pitch and I can do some like deadly attacks.
I'm going to play balanced. That's my gameplay. You should afraid of me because I have a lot of trophies.
I will ferment you like kimchi.
I will cook you like a taji.
I wish you good luck, but I'll show you what I have.
I wish you good luck. You need it.
Alex and Chris, I have a really serious question now. How much of an advantage can an Atlas Lion have?
You mean?
Yes, Atlas Lion in-game. How much of an advantage is that?
Well, he can't have much of an advantage if he was going to turn him into kimchi, which is what he said as well. So I don't know what he's going to do with that. But
7 years of experience, though, is a lot. We can't forget that when it comes to World Cups.
But he hasn't been that step before in front of everyone across the world looking for this game especially. So yeah, experience, yeah. But at this level, well, we'll see. We'll see. That he has to prove that in that game against Morocco.
Okay, well, our final quarterfinal, Malaysia, Japan, one of the Asian powerhouses, of course, Malaysia, are up against the home of eFootball, Japan.
It's been good and it's been great for me to make it top of the table.
自分の思った通りの展開ではなかったんですけど、とりあえず突破できたのは良かったです。
I will play with my own play style. I will be a next top player at World, so you are the next.
重々しちゃうぞ。
My favorite food is nasi ayam, so I will cook you like nasi ayam.
どこからシュート打ってもこっちは入るけど頑張ってください。
So good luck, have fun.
I mean, I'm all about having fun, but this is serious now. This is quarterfinals. This is knockouts to get to the grand final here at the World Cup. how similar are these going to play out to what we saw earlier? I mean, in terms of what we saw earlier, 2 extra times, 1 penalty in the quarterfinals. Do we expect similar things from all of these?
I think mainly we'll expect a lot of mistakes because it's quite difficult to be that consistent, that, you know, that calm. I mean, the timing will be differently. I mean, win game 1 will relieve a lot of pressure. So game 1 will, ladies and gentlemen, the key so far in this series.
Give me one name who's going to become a semi-finalist.
India.
One name who's become a semi-finalist, Alex.
Garuda Frank.
Oh, okie dokie. Well, our predictions are in. The players are ready. It is time for our quarterfinals here on the mobile side of things. No more changes can happen. They are locked into their games. The time is now. I'm going to hand down to our commentary duo of CJ and Wes.
Thank you very much, Rachel and Desk, for that insight before we get going in the eFootball quarterfinals on the mobile version in the FIFAe World Cup. Tiebreakers, CJ, are done. Group stages are done. This is where business is settled.
Yeah, and I think I'm with Alex. All eyes for me on Garuda Frank. Absolutely love what he's been producing back in the group stage, but it's all reset now. It's knockout. It's single elimination, as we mentioned before. Best of 3, anyone's game.
Yeah, and your best buddy, we are currently zooming in on areas Turkey and India. And by best buddy, I mean Manveer Singh. He has been the name on many a lip in the commentary
Certainly
booth.
on mine. Certainly on yours, Manveer.
And for very good reason, as he is able and certainly is a real potent threat for this India side. Of course, the other games within the quarterfinals are also going on. We will keep you up to date with goals as they go in. Is now best of 3 format. Here's Aktakoglu. Ali will clear. Thapa to Singh. Singh into Ali. There is Manveer Singh. There's a replay, and that normally means, folks, that there's been a goal as Victory lines up a thunderous strike into the back of the net. And with 10 in-game minutes gone, Mbappe and Malaysia have themselves a goal lead.
That's the sweet spot right there, just outside the box. Cracking finish, though. The question mark in this featured match, whereas will be how can India start? We saw yesterday they just weren't quite as online as day number 1. Daniel took a while to get going. I mean, the day 1 form really held him in good stead, seeding-wise, to make it through to the playoffs.
Yeah, it kind of softened the blow a little bit, but also, as a result, he ended up playing against Turkey, who, of course, had their own dramatics. Took a very, very last kick of their game that saw them through to the quarterfinals here, and they have started off rather positively here as Kalanoglu plays it over the top looking for Aktakoglu, but he can't get on the end of it, and India will see it behind for a goal kick here. And of course, a reminder to viewers at home, if you have only just joined us, the format has slightly changed from the group stage. It is no longer best of 1, it is best of 3. And of course, all of these games require a winner. So, CJ, you may get your first batch of extra time and penalties.
And all of these games going on at the same time, so make sure you check them out on FIFA.gg, but we will be covering as much of the action as we can across these quarterfinals. As you can see here, this is Morocco taking on Korea Republic. I've been a big fan of DK. Sonny has been, you know, the Manveer Singh to Daniel. It's been Sonny to DK.
Certainly has been, but of course Morocco, of course, coming with a boatload of experience into this category as Imbiom plays it into Heung-min Son. Heung-min Son with the control strike. Bono will take it into his hands and will clear that one forward as Ben Seguia will try and play that forward, and instead his header has been dispossessed. The Saiz, he heads it out. A little bit of danger first there. Anywhere will do. It's gone for a corner kick as we wait and see.
We mentioned it as well, Wes, just the heart rate monitor. I mean, Tienez's Anten has been he's been the highest I've seen so far here at the FIFAe World Cup, and right now you can see the pressure, almost 170 BPM, where DK, pretty cool, calm, collected, sub 100.
Yeah, certainly is the passion that goes with representing Morocco. We have seen it in spades here at the FIFAe World Cup as we just take a glance around the ground. Still no more other goals to give you at the moment. Of course, we will get across to them as and when they go in as Hakimi plays it forward. Enyasiri back to Brahim Diaz. Enyasiri in towards Ben Seguir. Ben Seguir with a double touch and a stunning strike, but it's ricocheted up into the air and will go out of play for half-time between Korea Republic and Morocco. Meanwhile, we switch back to Turkey versus India. Still no goal in this one as Yildiz goes down the left-hand side here looking for Aktakoglu. Pujade will clear it away, and there is half-time going there for Turkey versus India. No goals to show you there. Meanwhile, our first real look here at Thailand versus Indonesia. As it's a goalkeeping error! What a terrible error! And Thailand, out of absolutely nothing, it's a complete error, and Garuda Frank is a goal down here.
What on earth was that? We mentioned Garuda Frank, a player to watch here. Indonesia have crumbled in defense. The keeper's just let it go through.
Shades of goalkeeping errors of football pass are being shown here. It's just Indonesia just trying to keep the ball, and instead the goalkeeper, he's completely lost concentration. And in a moment of madness, he's gifted Thailand the lead.
It's a massive blunder in a massive moment as well here. Quarterfinal action, and that's not what you want to see for Indonesia. 1-0 now to Thailand. P14, the cracking start. It's still quite a low-scoring affair across the quarterfinals. It is just that Malaysia goal around the grounds as well. But, I mean, this is comeback time now for Indonesia. How do you recompose off that? That is just such a massive blunder to start the game.
Well, the only positive there for Garuda Frank is that it's so early in the game. This one was slightly delayed in its kick-off, and it is, as we said, best of 3 as Ferdinand finds Hay, and Indonesia trying to strike back early, finds the right back for Indonesia, goes for the stunning cross into the box. Pompfan's going to clear it away. Pofimai will clear it forward, and I believe there's been goals going in around the place here. We've got one in Korea Republic versus Morocco. I believe there is also a goal in the Japan game, which we'll look to bring you as soon as we can. We'll certainly be able to give you a rough idea once we get into it, as we know that Malaysia had gone a goal ahead in that game. As we wait for the replay, we're going to come to Malaysia versus Japan first. It looks as though it's gone the way of Japan. Hatate to Suzuki. It's deflected. It's fallen kindly to Nakamura. And we talk about those moments presenting themselves, and the players have got to take them.
Yep, it's all about the positioning, but here's a great chance now. This time it's Morocco! They get the first.
And we cut straight back into Indonesia versus Thailand, and I believe there is a goal, as we can see it there. Indonesia have their equaliser. This is how quickly it can change within eFootball Mobile. Goals are going in left, right and centre, CJ.
And that is the markings of a great play. You make a massive blunder down one end, you make up for it with a beautiful through ball, cracking finish as well. Garuda Frank equalises 1-1. You can just see him trying to compose himself. 160 BPM on the heart rate as well. So he's found an early level. That's just going to settle the nerves, I think.
Yeah, I think given the way that he went 1 goal down, I think he'll be very happy to restore that parity before it gets into the second half. As we are in a couple of game plan screens around the grounds, we'll stick with this one here between Thailand and Indonesia. It's 30 in-game minutes gone here, and Thailand have the ball, but they've lost possession of it there, and Ferdinand will play it to Vikri. Vikri into Senanta. Back to Vikri. Mankualam. Jenna was looking for it. Pompfan's intercepted it for Thailand. Thailand to Chanarong. To Pofamai. Pofamai with the strike, and Pofamai with a goal!
It's Thailand again, P14 with a bit of magic, and I love the composure. Just took that extra touch, made sure he got that finish. Far corner with the finesse shot. Thailand 2-1 as we crack over to Malaysia, who have got their second goal of the game. We saw the equaliser from Japan, but Malaysia able to get one back.
And that is live pictures, folks. That's not a replay. That's gone in just as we cut to it. So Malaysia have themselves a 2-1 lead with not long left on the clock. Of course, folks, if this is the first time you've watched eFootball Mobile, the key distinction between console and mobile is that the time ticks down so much quicker. Great 1-2 pass allows the opportunity for Malaysia. Mbappe takes the goal, but they've got to be careful of this clock. You will probably see more gamesmanship now than you've ever seen before in eFootball, because so much is on the line for these nations.
Yeah, you can see both players as well just wiping their hands of sweat. You know, the pressure in this game, as it looks like we do have another goal in Turkey taking on India. We'll check that out in a moment.
Yeah, this is the pictures that we've got for you. And it appears that Turkey are on the attack. That's a beautiful ball. And I believe it's Cenk Tosun, the massive target man for Turkey, who scores to give them the lead. Meanwhile, we cut back to Morocco versus Korea Republic, where Morocco have doubled their lead.
2-0, Korea Republic failing to fire. DK not online just yet, but it's the Moroccan magic here. You can see down the line a beautiful ball in, 1v2 in the box. The header was too good, 2-0.
He said in the pre-game he was looking to make Tagine of Korea Republic. And Morocco, seemingly, are going to take game one in the best-of-3 series.
He's a fan of Korean barbecue, and he's cooking DK right now, Wes.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of how we're looking here, 10 in-game minutes left on the game on your screen. Korea Republic are trailing 2-1 as we wait and see how this game pans out. JO1. We cut back over here to Malaysia versus Japan. Japan's corner. Suzuki with a header. It nearly crept in at the near post, but Hazmi was equal to it.
Those corner set pieces so crucial. Japan nearly capitalising. They need this late equaliser. There's just not long left. Heading into the 85th minute. Malaysia looking to hang on. As we said, best of 3, but could be the best case scenario start here if Malaysia just keep it down this attacking half. Japan perhaps one last attack. Kawamura gets it across. They're trying to work the ball forward, keeping possession, but Malaysia, the midfield defence holding strong, Wes. That might just be it here.
It may just be, but Japan might have one more opportunity in them. Here's Hatate.
Here we go.
Hatate forward to Nakamura. Nakamura through to Maeda. Maeda, smart turn from Maeda. Maeda finds the strike. It's a good block by Corbin Ong. And it's cleared away as well. Is it cleared all the way from Malaysia? It is over halfway. And you've got to think that that is going to be the final moments of the game. And it is. Malaysia take the first game of the series, 2-1. So they have got one game up in the best of 3. It is the first confirmed result in the quarterfinals as we skirt around the grounds here. As we have India versus Turkey on your screen. India still a goal down with 3 in-game minutes left on the clock, plus what's ever added by the referee.
It in now.
Bose into the box. Pandita with the header is cleared away. Is there going to be an opportunity? There's not. It's going to be cleared once more by Turkey. Is there going to be one more chance here for India? Pujari, Kalako appeals for offside, nothing given. Maybe one more opportunity here for India.
What does Daniel have? Can they get the equaliser here? 1-0. This would be massive. Took force extra time, as we said. Best of 3 scenario. They whip it in now. India, the last chance. It's headed out. Do they get one last crack? You can see just a minute left in stoppage time. Perhaps he can whip it in. Bose, can he just get the ball in the corridor? It's in a great spot. There's the finish. Daniel!
Oh, it's there! Daniel with the coldness that is required at this level of eFootball Mobile. And he's just taken the dream start that Turkey had on their minds and has snatched it away in injury time. What a brilliant move. The ball, as you said, he's found the corridor, he's found the pass inside, and he took it home. What a brilliant finish by India. And we will be going to extra time here.
What a pass as well. We mentioned the patience. Even in that moment, the last chance, he still found his striker up top. Found his number 9. Daniel will be going to extra time here as we hop over to Thailand, taking on Indonesia. You can see that 2-1 scoreline. Not long left here either, Wes.
Yeah, Chan Ramsey down the left-hand side, and Thailand have got a valuable 2-1 lead. As we heard on the desk, Garuda Frank very fancied in terms of getting some very positive results here, but Chanarong and Thailand have got other ideas. Here's Chan Ramsey. Oh, he's hit the post! Thailand with a huge opportunity. It's still alive for them though. Chanarong, and he pulls it wide. That's a big opportunity, and will they come back to rue it at the end of this game, because there's still 10 in-game minutes left. Indonesia now have the ball back. It's now about what Garuda Frank can do. You see the heart rate at the top of your screen. P14 peaking at 180 beats.
He is humming right now. 2 massive chances gone awry there for Thailand. Indonesia will be just taking a moment to chat to the coach, recompose last 10 minutes of that game. Can they do? Can Indonesia do what we saw with India, what Daniel was able to produce in the 92nd minute? It is game on. They've got a chance though. You can see Thailand could have perhaps got that 2-goal lead. So we do take a moment. Indonesia able to chat to their coach. adjust the game plan into the team management screen. Looks like they're going for a slightly more attacking formation, as you'd imagine. The 4-1-2-3 coming through from Indonesia. Thailand just happy to put the numbers back. You can see.
Well, you can see peripherals on the desk. You've got bottles of water, bottles of soft drink. You've got fans to keep them cool. You've got towels to wipe the sweat. The pressure is just mounting here for all of these representatives. And there's going to be some big pressure in extra time.
We do have a 1-1. We're into extra time.
We're going to go to the extra time of India versus Turkey. Samad down the left-hand side. Manveer Singh into Pandita. Pandita plays it back to Tangri. Tangri forward to Pandita. Will he try and flick it back? He won't have the opportunity to do so. And it will go out harmlessly for a Turkey goal kick.
You'd have to think, where's India with the momentum? Just with that late equaliser. Let's see if Yusa can recompose himself here. Turkey had the chance to take a 1-0 lead, 1-0 lead in this best of three. This might be a great opportunity in extra time, but you can see there Singh able to defend to Tangri. Manveer was waiting for that one, but Turkey are able to get the ball back. They've got even numbers ahead of the ball. They're looking to attack. It's a nice pass in, but instead it backs up towards Singh. To another Singh, able to clear it out. India holding on for now, and they might have found something down the other end, but they're just lacking the link up in the attacking half.
Yeah, it's just the pressure when it gets to these types of moments of games. You can sometimes see players rush as it falls to Tosin. It's off the post. It's back to Tosin, and Tosin finds a goal that puts his team in front. Turkey are ahead in extra time. What a time to score. Meanwhile, closing stages here between Indonesia. They've almost found the moment to Sananta, but the ball drifted past him.
How?
I don't know how, CJ, but it's still there for Indonesia. Can they find an opportunity? They can't. And Thailand will take a surprise 2-1 victory in the first game of the best of three.
It was that first goal blunder as well as we hop over. I mean, it's going to hurt as Turkey are in this extra time. We saw the late heroics, but that was that deflection off the post. It was a great finish. Yusa takes the lead. We do have another goal around the grounds. Malaysia in the second game. Might be a goal over there as well, Wes. We'll check that out in a moment as you see that fortunate bounce off the post. Turkey taking the lead in extra time. This is what we just heard about it. Malaysia taking on Japan.
Malaysia-Japan as Rashid finds a beautiful ball into the bottom corner. And that's in game 2, folks. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, Malaysia 2-1 winners in the first game, so they are putting themselves into pole position here. Mbappe and his team are certainly on the charge, but maybe just take a moment to breathe, because the pace and the speed in which these games are being played at, and more importantly, the goals and the action are coming thick and fast. So when we do have these moments of respite, of course, we're waiting for some games to kick off, some games are in game plan. We're waiting on game 2s. Malaysia versus Japan is the only game that is into game 2 as it stands, as we'll cut to the action there for Malaysia versus Japan. And Malaysia, of course, if they go ahead and win this game, they will see themselves into a FIFAe World Cup semi-final on mobile, as Minamino plays it to Kubo. Kubo to Endo. Endo out to Sugawara. Oh, Sugawara lets it run. He's going to keep that in. And he's avoided the press. Here's Kubo. Kubo takes a moment, and Kubo takes an unreal strike. Japan have an equaliser.
It was out of nowhere. You could see he was faking that pass to the striker. Instead, he decided to have a ping from outside the box. And it's paid dividends there. You can see the 1-0 as you pan across. Morocco taking on Korea Republic. That was the 2-0 win in game number 1. So pressure is on DK. DK here, Wes, has to tie up this series.
It certainly is. That Japan goal was certainly a bait and switch. You could see that Kubo was thinking about the pass. Instead, just opted for a pot shot, and it managed to find the back of the net as Saiss for Morocco gets it away. Saibari into Saiss. Saiss back to Saibari, but Young Woo will take that one away. Jiwon Si Hun. Lee Kang in beyond. Beyond forward, cleared away is Enya City. Amrabat, we're going to cut back to Turkey versus India in the second half of stoppage time in game 1. Can Pandita find the strike? He can, but he can't find the back of the net.
Oh, I thought that might have been in. Daniel, we saw what he did in regulation time. He has to find something again. Still a goal down. We'll have a second half of extra time to complete there. Turkey in the box seat. Back to Japan, taking on Malaysia. 1-1. Did see that equaliser from Japan. Malaysia with a perfect start there. If they win this, they'll be through to the semi-finals. Japan trying to tie this series up. It was 2-1 in game one. It's 1-on-1 at the moment. Japan with a great chance to inside the box. Can he whip it in? It's deflected, it's intercepted, but Japan still keeping the ball in this attacking halfways.
Yeah, they are, and they're certainly trying to keep the pressure on Malaysia as they try and escape it. We'll, of course, keep flying around these games because there's some games of vital importance, as they all are. We're keeping across them all as Turkey just try and drag this game kind of down into the pits a little bit here and just trying to grind out that 2-1 victory as Pandita flicks it on. Manveer Singh, you can hear shouts behind us. There has been a goal around the ground. We hasten to... We don't want to take our eyes off this game, but we will certainly see that footage in a moment as Borsley plays it forward. As we'll see this here, it is come in the game between Malaysia and Japan as Fikri. It's a brilliant save. Ito scrambled the clearance, didn't quite make any purchase on it. Wilkin tucks it away, and now Turkey take a surprise 2-1 lead against India and have taken game one in the process as Mazraoui and Morocco we rejoin against Korea Republic. Of course, if a reminder, Morocco would qualify if they were to win this game into the semi-finals, as we see Turkey in conversation with themselves, as we saw the passion after they got through with an incredible last kick of the game. They've now collected themselves, have shocked a lot of people, including us here on the commentary team, and they are just working out how they can solidify their victory as we cut back to Malaysia versus Japan.
Another slow start for India, but look at this. Through ball, Malaysia well and truly in with the keeper. Tries to take his time to deflection. Keeper stands tall. Japan hang on. That could have been a huge 2-goal swing. And Malaysia still with the lead. Japan looking for the counter-attack. Can they get something down the other end of the pitch? But Malaysia really looking in control. As we mentioned, this would be a 2-0 win. This would send Japan home. They've got 50 minutes now. Where's to create some magic luck perhaps there, but Cools able to take it out for a corner.
After the disappointment of Consol, this was really Japan's last hope. Shigesan was the last hope. It's not all gone for Japan just yet. They need a goal, they need one fast. As Sugawara plays it back down the right-hand side here for Kubo. Kubo scored a stunner earlier on. It's Kamada at the edge of the box, finds it to Endo, tries to play in Ueda. Kules will take it away. Kamada to Wilkin, and now Malaysia trying to get on the counter-attack here. Wilkin finds Arceo, but it's been given away. Fortuitously to Kubo. Kubo recovers it. Sugawara back to Kubo, back to Sugawara. Trying to get the wrong side of his defender. That is the half-time whistle. Malaysia 2-1 up against Japan. We're back with Morocco and Korea Republic in game two. Morocco 2-0 ahead from game one. They will need a victory here and will solidify their place in the semi-final. But Korea Republic have certainly had an improved game as they have managed to hold back the Moroccan attack. Here's Young Jae down the left-hand side. Hakimi boxes him out. If we just take a glance around, we will just keep flying with these games, folks, as Indonesia versus Thailand kicks off in game two. Thailand took that surprise 2-1 victory against Indonesia. It came with a big piece of fortune, a massive goalkeeping error. I'm sure the desk will pick over that one. Certainly won't win any goals of the day, I don't think. But as we see, Kambuaya into Ferdinand. Ferdinand across to Sananta, but Dola will clear.
Yeah, it's up to Garuda Frank now to really find his feet again. He did want to force the equaliser, but Thailand, P14, looking strong. Might be able to take this one, which would be a massive upset. Indonesia, #1 seed coming out of the group stage. They need to find it here. Forget about the seeding. Once it gets to playoffs, it's anyone's game. You reset, it's a new day. We've seen India and a slow start again from Daniel. Just how much of an impact that can have, putting the pressure on in this best-of-3 format as Indonesia now trying to play some build-up. A lot of possession for Garuda Frank. Takes it across. Indonesia looking to send numbers into this attacking half, trying to build up. You can see how patient Thailand are being on defense as well. They're not looking to overcommit, not going to send too many numbers, but has the ball in now. A flick across, and you're in.
Trying to find Sananta again. They were trying that secondary pass that we saw in Console. They'd be so critical. Is that if you just have trying to read that first shot or first pass, it can be a problem because you can really leave yourself exposed as Kambawaya plays it down the left-hand side here. Looks for Ferdinand. It's cleared away by Thailand, and they will look to try and recover the ball. Instead, Indonesia coming back from left to right as Mangkualam plays it crossfield to Verdonk. As we do keep our eyes peeled, folks, for any goals that are going in. Of course, it's so hard to pick a game to really stay focused on because they're all of the top level here. As Chanarong for Thailand, Pomphan
Very
for
patient.
it, but Jenna's read it perfectly.
Yeah, well played there, Garuda Frank. But Thailand have won the ball back and they might have an opening, but we do hop over to Malaysia taking on Japan. This one with 15 minutes left, we might have a goal around the ground as well. We will check that one out in a second.
I think we're going to have to head back to the game we cut away from, because as that attack was going, and they might give you a clue as to what goal happened. We'll see it here as we cut away. Chanarong found it into Thailand's forward, and Thailand tucked it away, and now Indonesia are really up against it.
Backs against the wall for Indonesia for Garuda Frank as India in a similar position have to win this game to force a decider in the third as Morocco match. We might have a goal as well over there. We will check that out around the grounds when we do get that replay. India looking for this corner set piece, Wes.
Well, you say might. You can audibly hear it that there's been a goal. It's just a case of who's it gone to? That is always our question here, is that there has been a goal. Who has it gone to? We find out with the replays, but we will wait here just for this corner. India's corner in. Akhtar Koglu with the clearance, but it's not found. It's Suresh Singh. It's been deflected wide. And as we check in on the replay between Morocco and Korea Republic, right, and look at the time as well. That could be a vital goal. If it is found by Saibari right at the death, you can see the explosion of emotion there. Just how important that could be, because that would give Morocco 2-0 and would see them through to the semi-finals of the FIFAe World Cup featuring eFootball. As we cut back here to not long left in this one. And if this score stays as it is, Shigestan and Japan will be gone, and Malaysia will be through to the semi-finals as well.
It's his last 2.5 in-game minutes potentially here. Mbappe will just be looking to kill as much time as possible. Japan need to get the ball down the other end. We know that stoppage time is shorter format in the eFootball mobile version. Needs to get going now. Malaysia looking to intercept. This is going to be his last chance. It's only 1 minute. He's got to go right now. You can see he's got to fling it forward. Perhaps just whip it straight into the box. The interceptor coming through. Japan, can they seize the Malay heroics? We saw Daniel do it, but Malaysia get the clearance.
There goes the final whistle. Malaysia upset Japan in what is a mammoth victory for Malaysia. They find themselves into the semi-finals of the FIFAe World Cup, and in terms of over the two platforms, they have been fantastic. Got to the final 8 in console, now in the final 4 in the semi-finals of mobile. It's just a case now, CJ, of who joins them as we wait and find out here as Thailand versus Indonesia. If this stays as it is, Indonesia will be gone. So
It'll be upset of the tournament here.
Garuda Frank has got to find a goal. He's got to channel something from his console counterparts and find a goal.
This is the number 1 seed from Group A taking on the number 4 seed of Group B.
There goes the final whistle in Morocco versus Korea Republic. That sees Morocco through to the semi-final. So what a big set of results we have coming through here. Of course, India versus Turkey. Finished with the first game going to Turkey. India have to find a victory here. It's not just a goal, it's a victory, but they have Yilmaz giving them some pressure. Suresh Singh, Brandon Fernandez, Raheem Ali. Ali leads it forward. Fernandez looking for Thapo. It's intercepted and cleared away by Turkey. Yildiz to add to Koglu. Back to Yildiz. Yildiz to Kalanoglu.
He's done well.
Akhtar Koglu. Yilmaz. Back to Akhtar Koglu. You can see what he's lining up. Kalanoglu just found past the post. Turkey looking dangerous here. And I think it's unexpected for India. I don't think they were quite expecting what was coming their way.
Yeah, we're seeing top seeds fall apart left, right and centre here in the playoffs in these quarterfinal matches. As we mentioned, Indonesia are on the ropes. Garuda Frank in the team set up at the moment. India need to find this winning game 2 to force a decider, but Daniel, we saw the slow start yesterday. It's plaguing him again today. Manveer Singh, still jet-lagged, it seems, Wes.
It's one thing to win in a group stage. It's a very different thing to win in a knockout because the pressure is so much different. You know, with a group stage, you've got games to run off in. You can go, oh, okay, well, I've lost the first one. I can maybe go and try and make up the points elsewhere. Not in this format. You have to bring victories. Manveer Singh with a pole driver. But Altai will take it into his hands and say, nope, you're not coming past me today. At least not yet. From India's perspective, as Turkey will be very happy with their performance. Aktakoglu, what a flick! That's a brilliant flick. It was a bit of kind of improvisation from Aktakoglu. Gurpreet Singh was very quick out to it, and there goes the half-time whistle as we rejoin Thailand versus Indonesia.
Yeah, Thailand. This would, as we said, this is number 4 from Group B, the number 4 seed taking on Garuda Frank, who finished on top of the table from Group A. And Thailand are on the attack again. You can see Indonesia tracking back, but they're not looking like the same team that were in the group stage, whereas looking it's a little bit rough early. You can't afford to do that. You have to have a strong start. Thailand looking fantastic. This 1-0 lead might just be growing, but Indonesia able to intercept.
Yeah, I mean, Thailand are smelling blood in the water here, but Indonesia are trying to find their star players. Jenna, brilliant in that defensive midfield role. He leads off the team very well. Mankuala plays back to Kambawaya. Ferdinand, it's brilliant build-up play. Can he get the ball into the box? He can. Senanta at the back post. Dolan with the clearance and it's pushed forward. See how many players Indonesia have forward here. Senanta turns in the box and takes a brilliant strike into the bottom corner. And that is the pressure goal Indonesia needed. And they have equalised with 25 minutes left on the clock.
Just need to find his striker in the sweet spot there. Indonesia, Garuda Frank did the rest. Lovely finish. He's able to whip around, put it in, tuck it into the bottom right corner. He finds the equaliser. Importantly, still a lot of time to go in this second half of game number 2. It was 2-1, as we mentioned before, to Thailand in the first. But you can just see there, great spot up, great hit up there from the striker, able to spin on a dime and finish. Sure that he can get that equaliser. Now there's time perhaps for him to take the lead and force that deciding game 3.
Pressure does funny things to people, CJ. It does really funny things to people. And certainly, as you can see at the bottom of your screen, can spike a heart rate or two. Not necessarily just in the commentary box, as we get very excited. These players are under intense pressure. Yildiz plays the ball through to Aktakoglu. Aktakoglu, neat spin move. Goes out for a corner to Turkey. 60 minutes gone. We've seen set pieces, both on console and on mobile, be so important, and they can be really, really valuable if you get them right. Here's Akgun, Yukasek, and it's cleared away through a mess of bodies from India. Well, they have managed to scramble it clear, and may just have a counter-attack here. Here's Pandita. Pandita to Suresh Singh. Back to Pandita. Pandita looking to get some help there. Here's Manveer Singh. And Ayhan has cleared it away. Yildiz, Yilmaz, Akgun, Aktakoglu. Turkey have weapons. They're just looking to use them. Pujari will clear this one forward. Brandon Fernandez, Suresh Singh looking for Pandita. It's cleared away by Yukasek. Here's Kadioglu to Aktakoglu. Goes forward to Yilmaz, who is onside, but he's overran and it's a little bit too far. As we cut back to Indonesia versus Thailand. Thailand have got a possibility here. Chaidab with the strike. That's a brilliant last-ditch tackle by Indonesia. It's gone out for a corner with 20 in-game minutes left.
20 minutes left. It could be next goal wins if it comes in regulation time here. Thailand with a great chance, as we said, to create one of the upsets of the tournament here at the FIFAe World Cup. Let's see what they can do. Can he whip it in here? P14. Sensational game 1 from him. Can he send him home in a sweep? That's a great shot. There it is! Thailand get the lead back. P14 with some set-piece magic.
We said about how vital set pieces could be, CJ, and it has come to pass. With 20 minutes left to go, Thailand retake the lead. And again, it was just a brilliantly well-worked set piece. It's Salashat who pops that one home. And Thailand are on the brink of a big upset here.
And I just go back to that first goal of game 1 from Garuda Frank. He must be thinking, is it my day? Is it just not happening for me? Well, he's got Not long now to sort things out. He has to find an equaliser. All the pressure here. Indonesia, I have to say it again, the #1 seed from Group A, Wes. They could be on the brink of getting swept out of the tournament here in the quarterfinals.
It's been a tournament full of shocks on console. It was France, then it was Japan, then it was Spain in the semi-final. Now we're on the brink of seeing Indonesia get dumped out against Thailand. And to follow some of these brilliant shocks.
Up on now to India taking on Turkey. We did witness the late heroics from Daniel, but it wasn't enough in game one. Extra time goal from Yusa. Turkey are currently 1-0 up into the series in the best of 3. In this game, as you can see, 0-0 currently in game 2. This will certainly be you'd think our last match of the day. It's quite a fair way behind the others. That's perhaps what India and Daniel want, a bit of the highlights. That's what Manveer Singh wants.
Well, here's the thing when you think about it, is that these games are best of 3. So if India can find a goal here, it goes to a game 3. If Turkey find a goal here, it is done and dusted. Here's Pandita. Pandita, can he find a teammate? He can't on that occasion. Is Karvecki. Karvecki looking down the line for Tosin. Ali will mop that up for India.
Really well marked there by Daniel, by India. They get the ball back. Not long left. So they force another extra time. We saw and it was the magic from Turkey in the second half of extra time from game 1. That's a massive interception though, Turkey. They're on the attack. You can see Ali, just the last man back. Does he take the ping? Almost.
There was a ball there for Tosin. He could have used it. Instead he went for the stunning strike. But of course in these types of moments, CJ, players will go for the unpredictable. If it's so obvious that even the commentators can see it, they won't use it. That's how obvious it was. Turkey tried to do something, and you can see that they were pushing. They've now allowed themselves a bit of time, potentially looking to extra time, or maybe they're looking for one more opportunity. They won't get it. Turkey and India goes to extra time in game 2. Meanwhile, time is running out for Indonesia. Can they find a goal? Senanta into Kambuaya. Kambuaya tries the slide rule pass and can't be found through.
You can see Thailand really just stacking this defensive half. A lot of pressure, a lot of possession, and there's a great pass in the box. Perhaps the shot comes through, blocked this time. Dollar able to get that one out. Thailand just need to hang on. There's only 5 minutes for Indonesia to create some magic here, Wes.
Yeah, and they are going to need to find it quick. Verdonk on the left side finds Jenna into Senanta. Cayman has played it back to his goalkeeper again. It's one of those missed inputs that you can do when you're under pressure.
Running backwards.
You are under pressure and you don't expect the ball to come to you. Manku Alam. 4 added minutes here. Struik and Yuyen will just launch that forward. Anywhere will do. And the time is still ticking here. Will Indonesia have one more go at this? They're going to try it here. Reedho.
He's got to whip it in now. He's got to go.
He's got to go now.
The last chance, perhaps. Down the line. Can he whip it in the box? Thailand get the ball
Nicholson
back.
blocks it out. What a game and what a result. Thailand have dumped out Indonesia. What a shock.
And you can see the despair from Garuda Frank. Indonesia, one of the favourites coming into the playoffs out of the group stage. Stunned by Thailand, stunned by P14, that man there. And he will move on. Thailand's move on to the semi-finals.
He might have P14 on the back of his shirt. He may be heading for P1 with that type of performance. Here's Singh into Pandita, though we're back with India in extra time against Turkey. Samad. Pandita scores! India ahead!
And you can see the animation. You can see his father behind him, actually, just telling him to calm down a touch. Daniel, we know what happened in the second half of extra time in game 1. Turkey Yusa was able to get that match-winning, that game-winning goal. But Daniel, it's just a great spot up. It's a great spot. It's just so hard for the keeper to decide. It just created such an angle on net. Fantastic finish.
2 touches on the control, 1 pass across, and a first-time strike right into the bottom corner. Turkey had no chance to save that. Now the question becomes, what do you do from here? Because this is the last active game in this round. And bearing in mind, of course, this is only game number 2 in a best of 3. To run you through the scores on the doors if you are only just joining us. Thailand have dumped out Indonesia. I have said that correctly. Thailand have dumped out Indonesia 2-1 in both of their games. Morocco have performed as everyone, I think, expected against Korea Republic. They have won 2-0. Malaysia have heaped even more misery onto Japan, and they've come through with 2-0. So this is the last active game. Of course, we're in extra time of game 2. If the result stays as this is, we go to game 3. If Turkey get an equaliser, it goes to extra time. If it stays level at the end of extra time. What a game we have in store here, CJ, as India just clear their lines and just decide to clear that one downfield. And Turkey's goalkeeper plays it out. Here's Ayhan across to Koku. Gula. Pratap Singh deflected it off of Tosin, so it's a ball really into Indonesia territory here. May have to go long. He's gone short, though, interestingly enough, and he's tried to play out from the back. Now to Singh and to Bose.
Really good switch there from India. See the other 3 quarterfinals absolutely scared of this game 3. We are heading to a game 3 if nothing changes here, but Turkey are still a lot of time to create this late equaliser here in game 2. They're on the attack now. Can they whip it in? The fake shot and the pass. They're taking the slow play. Offside.
Yeah, it's a brave one to try that 1-2 in that moment, but you can understand the idea from Turkey is that they're trying to free up that man just on the touchline. Of course, he was stood in an offside position, and as a result, India take the ball. And India are now 1 extra time period away from taking it and forcing it into a game 3. And again, as a debutant tournament goes, Daniel's been pretty special up until now.
He's got to recompose. He's got 15 minutes here in the second half of extra time to force a deciding game. Winner of this quarterfinal will take on Malaysia in the second semi-final to perhaps be a chance, as you said, for P1 to be crowned your FIFAe World Cup mobile champion.
It was interesting listening to Daniel when he was interviewed by Veracity the other day, and he, if you got any words for Daniel, and he said, do you know what? Just keep doing what you're doing. You've done really well. Just keep going. Everything else will work itself out. And it's great to have that backing right behind you, because I don't really see it as a negative. It's actually a really big positive, because you've got arguably Daniel's biggest cheerleader sat right behind him going, look, son, you've got this. And that confidence that can give you is just, it's worth its weight in gold. And I think that is what Daniel is kind of experiencing right now, is that, yes, he struggled in game 1. Yes, he struggled on day 2. But realistically, he's still in the fight here. He's still in the pocket. And if he can just churn out a result here, just get himself over the line, because we've seen it in real football, CJ, that actually sometimes teams win ugly. And, you know, they always say it's like, champions will sometimes win ugly. It's a 1-0 is the best result possible. If he can hold on to it here, it will be the best possible one for India.
As they say in golf, there's no pitches on a scorecard. A 1-0's a 1-0. A win is a win. And as you said, Daniel's dad, perhaps the best support network you can get in all of esports. Even Cole mentioned yesterday, I wouldn't mind him being my dad, having that kind of support. There he is.
As he's giving us a wave, we appreciate that. In terms of, that's what it can breed that confidence. And
absolutely.
It can give you that pep talk, that extra 5 or 10%, that intangible quality. As we get back underway here in extra time, as Turkey lead us off here as Galop plays it to Samad. And for India, if I'm right in thinking, the tactic realistically is just clear your lines, keep it as far away from your penalty box as possible. And if you can hit maybe Turkey on the break when they eventually have to push, because time ticks by incredibly quickly. I will always hasten to say that within mobile, but they're going to have to go for it relatively quickly. But the longer that India can retain the ball, the less damage that Turkey can potentially do, as Demiral leads it forward here. Kiveki, Gula, back to Kiveki. Kiveki to Gula. Gula, knee back heel. Kiveki with the strike. It's into the box. Koku flicks it back up into danger. Kiliksoy will clear that one away. Eventually, it's fly away a Pandita, and now the crossfield ball to Samad. Nice touchdown there to Pandita, but Altai will launch this forward. Yasiki Now, you can just see that is the tactic. Get it forward. It's not pretty. It's not, you know, it's not what we're used to seeing, but it is effective. And there goes the final whistle. And now the mental reset can begin for India. And more importantly, Turkey were on the hill. Now India have caught them up.
See Daniel there. He's getting all the support he needs from Team India.
Turkey are getting in the ear of their player as well and just saying, hey, look, we won that first game. Just, it's a mental reset. Let's go again. That's essentially the team talk.
We saw yesterday as well, just what Turkey did, the late magic. We saw nearly a broken hand for the celebration of the coach.
That was very much an action off the couch in a LAN environment because, again, that's what it meant to them to get themselves into this phase of the competition because, again, a semi-final berth. And again, especially as we would hasten to say on commentary, some of the favourites have fell by the wayside. So now the reality of the situation kicks in. You've got yourself an opportunity to potentially go and take the whole thing. It's just a case of, can you perform in this last game of the best of 3? Problem is, of course, Daniel's on the other side of things, now has a fresh set of lineups, now has a fresh set of energy going into this game because the minute you take a victory away, all of a sudden the chest can be puffed out and you can suddenly feel a bit bigger. And of course, it's great that the console players from India are obviously there to support him as well. So of course they can have their input into their team. Well, of course, Turkey's representatives from console not in the booth, but they will certainly be supporting their man in spirit.
Absolutely. And we saw yesterday, USA, Turkey, they broke the hearts of Argentina in the group stage. They've got a chance to break the hearts of India here in the quarterfinals. It's one game to decide who makes the semifinals, who takes on Malaysia for a chance in the grand final of the FIFAe World Cup. Everything on the line.
If you're a player, I mean, granted, as you know, this being your first kind of insight into eFootball, but the feelings stay the same between esports is that if a favourite goes out in the bracket that's right next to you, how much of a kind of almost the carrot is being hung out there to say, hey, actually,
we're a chance.
We've got a chance. We've got a shot.
It really shows that it's anyone's game. You think sometimes these #1 seeds are, you know, untouchable. They're just going to mosey on their way through to the grand final. But seeing what happened with Thailand taking down Indonesia, seeing with Malaysia handling Japan, just 2-0s across the board in terms of overall games from the 3 other quarterfinal matches. I mean, there's also the fact that you've got every other nation right now watching this one quarterfinal. We started with 4 going on at once, whereas we're now down to 1 game. Every other nation, Malaysia, watching closely to find out who their opponent will be in the semi-final later on today.
And again, as much as we talk about, you know, we talk about all of the skills within game and things of that nature, you know, we talk about the intangibles as well. We talk about the fact that, you know, with mobile, these guys are towards the latter end of today. I mean, you look at local time here, it's, you know, just gone past 8:30 local time. These guys have waited a while for their opportunity here. And sometimes you can be in the practice room and you can maybe just kind of over-practice and overdo it. They've got to strike that balance, and then they've got to have their adrenaline right at the right moment. Of course, for some of these nations, they would have seen their teams in console. Of course, they would be delighted with some of their positions in console. But you've got to look after yourself, and more importantly, we do talk about, you know, the energy and adrenaline dump that can happen is that you can maybe get really excited for your teammates, but then you've then got to get yourself up for your own game.
Yep, you don't want to be playing your final before you get out there. And right now we're seeing 2 teams with no excuses at this point. It's 1-1, it's level. It's a game 3 decider. We saw, well, Daniel nearly steal game 1 for India, but both players showing their clutch ability, both players scoring in extra time in their respective games. Do we get another extra time match here, Wes? Do we force perhaps? Do we go the distance?
Who knows? Who knows? If there was anything from myself and Harry when we broadcast the semi-finals of the console is that if it does go the distance, strap in, because I mean, right now this is the only game that is live here. As we mentioned, all other quarterfinals have ended 2 games to 0. This is the one that has gone, at least in games has gone the distance as Turkey are attacking from left to right in the white. India are from right to left on your screen in that sky blue as Turkey take possession. Here's Yildiz. Yildiz just picking out a moment to pick out Ayhan on the right-hand side here. Ayhan looking for runners. He's found Akgun. Akgun with a strike deflected behind, quarter ball, and that is the quickness as we spoke about earlier as well, and as you've heard throughout the last few days of eFootball action is that sometimes taking that snapshot and taking it early where your opponent isn't actually reading it because they think they might try something a little bit more different can really catch them out. Thankfully for India and Daniel at that point in time, he read that one perfectly, but it is out for a corner.
Yeah, set piece, and we saw earlier goal from this exact situation. His corners can be crucial. Turkey are able to swing this one in. Akgun, see if he can find a head here of Turkey. He might have just nearly scored himself.
He's known as an expert specialist at set pieces. Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Well, it was his in-swinging teammate of Akgun on that occasion. We'll see that again as Akgun tries to deliver it. Gurpreet Singh had to have strong hands. That was zipped into the box. Gets it forward to Ali. Here's Fernandez. Fernandez out onto the right-hand side for Pujari, and India maybe trying to collect themselves here, CJ?
Yeah, I think so. They've really struggled to get a hold of the ball here in the first 15 minutes of game through. It has been all Turkey. We saw the two corners, but this is the first time they've been in the attacking half. Absolute chance, but Yildiz able to deal with that one. Turkey with the ball back. For how long? You can see India trying to clamp down using those three attackers up front. They have won the ball back. Samad able to get this one through. Tangri now. India trying to work the ball through the midfield. They found it up to Ali. Where is Manveer Singh? There he is right here. Can he find another pass to Samad? Works it around one. A great chance for India, and there's 1-0.
What a start, and it was exactly what Daniel needed, that mental reset to say, actually, I'm meant to be one of the favourites here. Maybe I should start acting like it. And Samad with a beautiful finish on the left-hand side. You see it again here, just turns in field, turns that right boot over, controlled strike into the corner. Goalkeeper left with too much to do.
Look at Papa Dan as well in the
Papa
play
Dan,
account,
that's going to
left.
be his name forever on. If Daniel goes and wins this, Papa Dan very much in the ear of Daniel. But again, as we said, it's just maybe a case of just telling Daniel, look, reset.
Yeah, lock in.
0-0. I mean, it's an old English football expression of it's 0-0, we go again. And that's what he's going to need here just to keep that composure.
But it's easier said than done, Wes.
Of course
It's easier said than done to pretend like it's 0-0. Daniel will know that he just has to hold on, but there's just so long left. 26 minutes gone of in-game time. Here goes Brandon Fernandez for India, able to work it forward. But intercepted this time, India will keep possession.
And that's my question for you is that if you're India now, how much do you risk going forward and how much do you protect going back? And more importantly, if you are Turkey, do you risk it all?
I mean, in the mobile version here, I don't think he can sit in the defensive half for too long. It only takes one good pass to open it up. I think he's got to keep on attacking. He needs to find that 2-goal lead. And here's a great chance over to Manveer Singh. It's in the hot spot for India. What a great pass back. There's Daniel. Oh!
What a save by Altay. Turkey look to be really in trouble. And it's a big save by Altay. What an opportunity that was for Daniel to just
could nearly be
maybe
game over.
Give himself a cushion and give India a cushion. You're quite right. It could have been that kind of mental finishing manoeuvre that India were looking for, and it could have really spelt curtains for Turkey. I mean, but it is a corner still here, CJ.
Still a chance.
There's still danger as Bosi tries to play it in. Manveer Singh with the header. It's cleared away as far as Aktakoglu. Aktakoglu forward to Yilmaz. Yilmaz over to Yildiz, but Pujari clears it away, and there's a breakthrough ball here. It's your man, Manveer Singh. Manveer Singh, stunning strike, stunning goal by India. Manveer Singh has finally arrived on knockout day here at the FIFAe World Cup.
Well, he's woken up Manveer Singh at the perfect time. Day one, he single-handedly powered the Ionic. He didn't show up for day two of groups, but in the playoffs, in the quarterfinals, what's that through ball? Manveer Singh in one-on-one with the keeper and slams it home. Top bins, Daniel, India, 2-0.
It's an absolute scorcher from Daniel. It's what he needed. It gives him just a goal cushion. And it really now puts Turkey right under the microscope here. Aktakoglu, Yilmaz. Can they find a quick answer, or will they find a robust Indian defence as Ali plays it forward to Brandon Fernandes. Fernandes through the line here, looking for Raheem Ali. Raheem Ali, is he in on goal? Raheem Ali! And Altay was the benefactor from the centre-back holding off Raheem Ali.
Just jockeyed off that one, wasn't he, Wes? But India, have a look at the momentum they've got now. Ali again, down to Brandon Fernandes. They're trying to find another through ball. This Indian attack looking so deadly. And Turkey, can't get it out at the moment. They're trying everything, but it's Brandon Fernandes down the line. Perhaps another goal in the first half. It might not be, and it won't. 2-0 to kick off game 3 in our decider.
There is half-time, and what a decisive half that could be in the story of India in the mobile platform of the quarterfinals of the FIFAe World Cup. I mean, to take one goal certainly put pressure on Turkey, but that second goal could be critical.
You can see Papa Dan was just getting in the ear of his son again, telling him to lock in. Well, whatever he said after the first goal worked, Wes, because, I mean, that was magic from himself and Manveer Singh to find the one-on-one to get that 2 goals we spoke about. When you are in that 1-0 position, what do you do? Well, he's shown us the recipe right there. Keep pushing forward, get that 2-goal lead, and now, I mean, Yusa, he's in a world of trouble. Still a second half to play, but you think he needs to score early here in this second half.
Needs to score early, but he doesn't have kick-off and he doesn't have the ball, so it'll only be once India surrender it to them that he may have an option. But as we said, over the course of the last couple of days, possession is 9/10 of the eFootball law. If your opponent does not have the ball, they cannot hurt you. As Yildiz gets the ball for Turkey, Pandita gives it away in midfield. Here's Aktakoglu. Aktakoglu looking to go through the lines here. Anwar Ali will launch that forward. Here's Pandita with the header down. Brandon Fernandes with the ball over the top, looking for Pandita to chase. Instead, Yildiz will recover it. Such is the high-octane nature of the mobile platform. This ball will be going backwards and forwards as quick as you like. Aktakoglu played his teammate in Kalanoglu, and unfortunately for Turkey, found it outside of the net.
Not sure how that got through the legs of the entire Indian defence there, but fortunately enough for Daniel, yet to be scored upon here. Turkey, as you can see now, Wes, shifting things up. This is where perhaps India think about going more defensive.
Yeah, that would be a prime tactic, as we saw him go, hey, can I put a 5 back in here? Yeah, I think they can, as you can see there, just to try and solidify things. Now, I made this comment quite a few times during broadcast, especially with Cole, and I'll make this to yourself, is that the issue becomes, if Daniel goes too defensive too early, Turkey get a goal back. The problem is then is that you've defensively set out your stall, and then once you've gone defensively, it's quite hard to get yourself back out into the attacking.
Aren't you? You're flat-footed. You're not going to find anything down the other end. You lose the momentum that Daniel and India have had so far. It's a great point, I think, as well. We mentioned just how crucial, you can just find that one key pass in the attacking half, and that could be enough.
Well, interestingly, looking at India's setup, having that left mid just hanging out there, that seemingly looks to be the out ball.
Yep.
Yes, they've got a striker up at the other end of the pitch. They've made that into a second striker, is the position called it in eFootball. But that will mean that they won't necessarily push the line up either. So they've realistically are looking to get it out onto the left every time they clear that ball. But
right there,
you've got, like right there, exactly, to Samad. But the problem you've got is that when you do that, you kind of let your opponent know exactly where you're going to be. Here's Kveki trying to get the ball into the box. Bose will head the ball clear. It's Tangri into Pandita. Pandita to Samad. Samad goes through the line here for Pandita. Pandita looking to get a break on here. He's got a man over in the box. Should he look to use him? But Pandita, and more importantly, Daniel, is just keeping that composure. And he's just trying to find a moment and trying to maybe lure Turkey out. The issue is that he's given the ball away, and it goes down the left here looking for Yatsiki into Tosin. Yatsiki, Kveki, Tangri. You can see that blue wall being built brick by brick by India, and it has been constructed perfectly up until now.
Yeah, Daniel's not in a rush at all. You could see the composure in that corner just before, but on the other side of things, Turkey have to go 20 minutes plus stoppage time remain to find 2 to not be eliminated from the tournament here in the quarterfinals. Malaysia awaits the winner of this match in the semis. Right now, it's looking like India, unless we can see some late heroics from Yusa.
Pandita's got an idea here. He might go for the strike, Pandita. It's blocked. The ball crucially stays in play. You can see just how quickly that clock is ticking down. 76, 77. Time is running out here for Turkey as Bose is fouled and the referee allows a quick free kick. Bose into Pandita. He's looking for the strike straight away there. You can see it queued up, but Turkey were wise to it, and you can just see the rush now happening. Pujari.
Yeah, he's just killing all the time he can, but he has given it up here. Daniel giving it over to Turkey, but how good has this back 5 been? He's put 5 out the back, and they have proved too strong so far. There's only 6 minutes left for Turkey to find 2. Daniel can see the composure. He's dropped his heart rate down to 90. It was shooting up to 130 before, and there might just be no time left, Wes. This could be India, our 4th team through to the semi-finals.
It could be, and as we say, there are no winners with style points within eFootball. It is either winning football or it's not winning football. And then you get to this stage and India will be through to the semi-finals of the FIFAe World Cup in the mobile platform. What a comeback. He was 1 game down and he went back to back.
How good's that? Papa Dan lifting up his son in celebration. And our 4 nations through, Thailand, Morocco, Malaysia and India. You can see the devastation from Turkey in this instance.
Yeah, and a word on Turkey. I mean, they came through the fire in mobile yesterday. They left it to the last kick of the game. And they just ran out of steam. They just ran out of ideas. They looked like they were going to get it in game 2. And then that got pinched in extra time. And then it just got took away from them. I mean, you know, they've been fantastic as a whole nation here, both in console and in mobile. Top 8 here in mobile, top 4 in console. But unfortunately, we will be saying goodbye to Turkey. But Milos is on the floor with India. Milos, talk to us.
My friends, there's a lot to talk about here. What a game that we've had with the comeback from India. Daniel, congratulations on the win. How does it feel now to win this tight game against Turkey? Because the whole time we were not sure who would take this series.
Yeah, because the first game was not well, and I just stuck to my plan, changed a bit of tactics, and yeah, just made a comeback. Feels great.
I mean, it was beautiful to witness on our end. We were definitely on the edge of our seats. I can't imagine you playing during it. But what happens now? You go into the semifinals, you play Malaysia in there. How do you expect things to go?
Malaysia is a very tough game as well, but my focus is definitely on them, and yeah, I'm ready.
Ready to go, play your game and get through it. I mean, anything you'd like to say to kind of wrap this up here?
I just won't stop, and I'll believe in myself until the end, and I'm not out yet.
Looks like the works of encouragement from Papa Daniel really did work out. Thank you so much for it. Really appreciate the support here. It's been wonderful from the 2 of them. That's India qualified on to the semifinals. Let's send it back to the desk.
And what a turnaround from yesterday as well from India. They had a superb day 1, remember? Struggled, but managed to get through on day 2 and now can call themselves a semi-finalist. That sounds good for India, for Malaysia, for Morocco and Thailand, doesn't it, boys?
Sounds very good for every single one of them. And deserved as well. Some really standout performances, some big surprises there as well. I mean, Turkey taking India as far as they did. Really big props to those guys as well, but 2 huge upsets on the other side of things. To see Indonesia go out especially is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Massive nations having to go out. Massive nations going through, as well as we see Malaysia and Japan. They faced up, got it done in just 2 matches as well, Alex.
Yeah, we saw back and forth, many goals on that one, and at the end, Malaysia taking 2 games winning in a row. They were celebrating so much, seeing what it means for the country's Malaysia.
I mean, when you look at a team like Morocco as well, which you're seeing on the screen now, the only team not to concede a goal across their 2 matches as well. They mean business in the quarterfinals.
It is solid, constantly focus on it, and it's great to see a player that Einstein is in that level, because look, it's the day to perform, and we'll see semi-final if he keeps the same.
Exactly, as we just see the celebrations from all our semi-finalists going through. They can't quite believe it. Japan, of course, crashing out. Thailand thought they were on a route to the semis before being disrupted a little bit earlier on, and then came back against Indonesia. And then I think the big story of today, we've already spoken about it a little bit, is India and the dad as well. It's the day for the dads, isn't it, down there? Well, let's just confirm our semi-finalists. Thailand take on Morocco, and Malaysia take on India. Wowza. Then we are down to just 4. Business, crunch time, whatever you guys at home like to call it, and storylines galore in that one as we just pick apart them. Let's just quickly, Alex, firstly talk about the first one on your screen. Indonesia, Thailand, because that really came down to maybe a couple of silly mistakes.
Yeah, we all knew that game, that matchup was going to be so difficult, really tactical battle. But as we saw, game 1, Garuda Frank on possession, pass back to the goalkeeper, directly own goal. How difficult is to deal with that mentally? It's like all your plans or your setup or your mentally, mindset are off. And I saw that maybe after that one, he wasn't able to, to be that sharp that you have to be in such a round as the quarterfinals.
We can see heart rates from that game as well. Indonesia, Thailand. Obviously, continue your thoughts on what happened in that first match.
Yeah, it's super tough. You never like to see... I mean, the game wasn't necessarily decided directly because of that, but at the same time, I'm kind of in agreement with Alex. That can really, really throw you off, your fault or not. It's just one of those things. It's a tough one to take. Definitely a tough one to take.
And the first 3 quarterfinals were all very much kind of done and dusted pretty early on. They both only went to 2 matches. That was Indonesia, Thailand, Morocco, Korea Republic, and then Malaysia, Japan. The Malaysia-Japan one, Japan never looked really like they got in it.
No, definitely. They were trying, but at the end, Malaysia were the best one in front and into the net. It's different than Morocco, no? Same. It's so difficult in this game, in this competition, to be that solid. But, they are proving why they are here for sure.
How were Morocco able to be so clinical? Because they were.
I mean, it feels like consistency has been there for them quite a lot. Let's see if they can keep it up. I mean, that's really been the thing when it's been transferring that from groups to knockouts. It's been about the consistent teams who've been able to pull it through, or having about that bit of spice about you as well. But yeah, Morocco, really, really consistent throughout.
Yeah, super consistent. And we've also been consistent in scoring goals, because we want to see as many goals as possible, because that gives us percentage. That gives us charge in that car, doesn't it? The Hyundai Ioniq. We want to see how far it's going today. Alex is giving us a drum roll. You're not making any noise, Alex. Power it. What have we got? Can never see this. 182 goals, 9 times fully charged, 4,377 kilometers traveled. We're almost getting around the world if we added up all the kilometers over the course of the 4 days, possibly. We'll try and do some calculations.
And 2 series remain already. So.
Exactly, yeah, still lots of goals to score, lots of kilometers to travel so far. But it has been a superb afternoon so far, and we've got so much more still to come after this break, guys, because you're not going to want to miss what we have. We have semi-finals on the mobile side of things coming your way after this break.
Darkness creeping over. respond. Peace is not a virtue, it's a sign of what was lost. Play until the end, but every battle has a cost. Into the dark, hiding in the shadows from the truth of who you are. Into the facing inner demons with the fire in your heart. Into the dark. Try to see the light. When the lost they shall be found. Try to see the righteous take the ground. Forever walking into the darkness. Into the dark, facing inner demons with a fire in your heart. Into the dark. Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back is foolish. Can we talk about it for a while? Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back is foolish. Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back is foolish. Foolish, foolish, foolish,
I'm in your head. Woo! That's right, baby. It's time for some eFootball Mobile. Let her cook. Loser. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I was going to say she's one of her own, and then she did the cooking as well. But she is one of her own. It's okay. She's got the skills everywhere. Yesterday, she was a DJ. She's a superstar reporter, stage host, and now a baller too, as we get into the highlights from a few moments ago. Because right here, if you have just joined us, well, it's cooking in the studio and on the stage as well, because we are down to our semi-finals on the mobile side of things here at the FIFAe World Cup, featuring eFootball, and it is just hotting up. Wes has come straight from that caster booth where he has been casting the quarterfinals, and he's joined by Chris and myself up here. Wes, have you caught your breath after those quarters?
Well, I've got my steps in,
Okay.
but the amount of action that we've seen and the amount of drama, I'm just about happy just to take a minute and just maybe analyse what's just happened, because it kind of feels confusing. Did I really see what I just saw?
And now that you've come up here, Chris has got something that he gives you, either a yellow or a red card, based on if you were late or early. Chris, was Wes on time?
He was on time, but he didn't have his badge on, so it was a small yellow card.
Gets the yellow.
But I'm probably going to save the red for the celebration from Veracity, to be honest with you, so we'll keep it at that.
No Veracity, we love it. Keep it coming. On a serious note, my pick from the quarters is going to be Morocco, the fact that they didn't concede a goal. How about you, in terms of you called them all? Who really impressed you?
I think the shock is, realistically, is Thailand. I think they're the big winners out of this. And again, India's comeback. Yes, we fancied them as favourites, but to come back from a game down, it's the first real adversity that he'd had against Turkey. Fantastic performance from Daniel.
And I think that's something we were wanting to see from Daniel, right? We kind of see him have that easy breezy first day, cruising through, just playing really good eFootball. We wanted to see him under the cosh a little bit. He gets that loss, battles back, finds the win, and shows that he does have that resoluteness, so to speak.
Yeah, okay, let's deep dive, I'm going to say, into the two semi-finals now. First up, Malaysia, India. India are on this comeback. Whatever just happened down there, they're going to be motivated, aren't they, after that performance? And especially because they've got their dad and the motivational dancing that he's providing backstage.
Yeah, I mean, as CJ has coined it, it's Papa Dan, who is certainly probably the most vocal coach I think I've ever seen within eFootball's esports. But you are right, they will be buoyed by that performance, but equally as well, from Malaysia's standpoint, they've just knocked out Japan. They will be riding high on the crest of a wave. So now it's going to be a case of what's going to really win out there.
I think for me as well, though, Malaysia against Japan wins it in a 2-0 fashion, relatively comfortably, but 2-1 in both those games. We've seen Malaysia kind of free-flowing in the groups. I want to see maybe a little bit more of that here, but I believe, in my mind, this should be a free-flowing game. I'd like to see a lot of goals in it. I believe we will. Both teams like to attack. So let's see how it goes down. Malaysia squeaked over the line, as did India.
Wes, do you agree with that? A free-flowing game we're going to see from these two nations?
I think so. I think in terms of these two nations, they're very, they want the ball, they want to impress on the attack rather than worrying too much about the defence. So I think it's just going to be a case of attack one end, attack the other, and who's just going to break the lines first.
And Morocco, Thailand then. Thailand, possibly the underdogs, the team that we didn't maybe expect to get here, just because they knocked out Indonesia in the process. Thailand, can they continue this run as we see Morocco a little bit late to the party here?
Look, there's no reason to say not, because, I mean, realistically speaking, you've went on and beat Indonesia, who were probably the favourite coming into the tournament. Would you say that? I would probably say along those lines. But realistically speaking, it is still a hard task up against Morocco. Morocco will still be the favourites.
Yeah, and the thing with it is it's a real blend of styles, is that Morocco well-fancied, Morocco free-flowing attack. Thailand, though, are kind of their staple realistically has been defensively frustrate and then hit on the break. Now, whether Morocco push too far on and then it allows Thailand to counter-attack, that might be their game plan in this one.
India spoke about maybe the fact that they were really confident on day one and lost that a bit on day two. They haven't lost it yet, but we lacked consistency. Do you think that the time has been too short between quarters and semis to lack that inconsistency?
Potentially, and I think as well, as mentioned at the top, going through that game where you took that loss and then having to come back and win 2 games in a row, I think that will give him that sort of wind beneath his sails, if you like. He will be feeling that motivation. He will be feeling that momentum. I don't think he'll be feeling overconfident. He'll know it's a new challenge going up against Malaysia as well. It's going to be a really, really tough game.
You can just see that the Malaysian team are just so relaxed in this environment as well. They expect to be in this situation, don't they?
I think in the mobile zone, most certainly. I think it was a little bit of a shock that they made it through in the console version, but in the mobile one, they certainly expect it. But it's great to see that camaraderie between all of the esports players, because I'm counting how many, 1, 2, 3, there's about 6 or 7 in the booth there. They're just getting around their guy, just saying, look, we're here for you, we're here to support you, and it's always good to see within esports.
What nation do you think really needs a win to get them to the grand final, to really put themselves on the map in terms of the mobile side of eFootball?
Well, I think for Daniel, of course, coming in from India, his first ever event.
Yeah.
So if we want to say for a solo player, it could realistically be him. But I mean, it is kind of that historic region that do have a really strong showing when it comes to, well, not just mobile games, but mobile eFootball, of course, but eFootball as well. It is the Asian region that does tend to do very, very well. These are heritage eFootball teams.
I'm going to ask for one name who's going to be a grand finalist. Wes?
Morocco.
One name who's going to be a grand finalist.
Malaysia.
Ooh. Malaysia and Morocco. Guys, I know you're giving me your predictions at home as well. This is going to be epic. 2 semi-finals coming your way. Let's see how this one goes. We've got Malaysia, India, and we have Morocco taking on Thailand in the presence of Alex and Harry.
Well, we, Rachel, hope to be in the presence of greatness here ahead of our mobile semi-finals. India and Malaysia in semi-final number 2. And then on the other side of the room, 2 very strong nations in Morocco and Thailand. We are underway, and it is India straight away trying to attack, and oh, it's the dream starts here for Daniel.
What is that? I was like, are we on semi-finals? Great way to get into the game. Kick off in. It's Daniel taking the lead for India. How important is that, Harry? How important it is?
Well, the desk said a win would definitely put India on the map. It's taken 3 minutes for Daniel to introduce himself to this semi-final. Who else but Daniel scoring here in the knockout stages? 1-0 already. Manveer Singh, by the way.
The score, the lead is not confirmed until you defend the kickoff. We'll see now the response from Mbappe. The Malaysian is now with the need to score, because that early goal, we have something to do. Now it's Malaysia. Oh. Yes, Mbappe!
Well, hold on, guys. This one is going to be played at a frenetic pace. So many storylines everywhere. India, the only nation remaining from Group B. This is their first encounter with Malaysia. Malaysia, by the way, undefeated record to this point of the competition. They topped Group A. They now find themselves behind after just 3 minutes against India. Where is the response from Mbappe? Trying to turn the corner as Mahamadou finds Fakiri, cannot turn those Singh away. And good defense from India.
Yes, a difficult situation right now for Malaysia. The opposite from India that needs to resist these 10-15 minutes of pressure that is put in.
I can tell you, Alex, there's been a goal in our other semi-final as well. Let's watch this attack, though, from India as Manveer Singh, the man already on the score sheet for Daniel, has the ball at his feet. Shields the ball well. Samad now just being really patient. The opportunity won't present itself to India just yet. Here is that goal, and it's a goal for Anten Tienes. Morocco in front with this one.
What a determination. It's like he controlled the ball. He's like, I will do that and I will score. And that's what it is, the lead from Tienes. Wonderful play.
The heart rate's through the roof from Mbappe here, 171. He knows the pressure is on. Ball at his feet here now. Fikiri over towards that far side. What can Malaysia do in response? Nice turn! Oh, back of the net!
And it seems to be one of the key chances to put on in this eFootball gameplay mobile. Similar, really similar than the one we saw a moment before from Tienes. Wonderful performance, wonderful finishing Mbappe to get the equalizer.
I don't know what the peak heart rate is that we've seen, but I think Mbappe is getting pretty close to it now. 184. And can you blame him? Look at this one, Alex. Oh, that's nice.
You know, the emotions. It's a unique experience to be right there at the stage. Semi-finals. The honor of the country, everyone behind.
Everyone behind at home, and also everyone behind him here in his pod as well. Mbappe does not want to relinquish his undefeated record here in Riyadh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easily. And you're saying, whoa, Alex, because there has been a goal in semi-final 1 between Morocco and Thailand.
We'll see. Well, it's true that those chances, now the chance for Daniel. This shot. So I want to say that it's really important to get closer. We're seeing that the players doesn't need to get into the box to score goals. Where you go back to could be the equalizer from P14 versus Tienes. Wonderful pass in the back heel pass. Whoa!
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice. We're seeing high-level stuff here in the knockout stages.
Yeah.
These are the semi-finals of eFootball Mobile. Fikiri into the box. Offside.
Oof, that was close.
So time for us now to just catch our breath here, Alex.
He's trying. It's even Mbappe with the momentum right now. It's Daniel who just, after the kickoff, we haven't seen that man from his side. He needs to step up. We'll see if it will be the kicker now.
Feels like this half of eFootball has gone by so quickly. Looks like the last attack will go India's way. Has to go forward though.
All right.
And India content with going in at half-time. 1-1 with Malaysia. And
it's like,
as in sync, Thailand, Morocco also finishes 1-1.
The question is, for Malaysia, Harry, how much time he can keep with the same head rate? We are talking about 170, 180. He's gonna burn a lot of calories right now. It's like, my goodness. But anyway, he's playing wonderfully. He needs to keep like that. Great matches so far we are seeing in this game 1.
It's a really good point you make, Alex. Of course, the more the heart beats, the more that blood needs oxygen, which means potentially oxygen being taken away from parts of the brain that might be able to concentrate. Keep an eye on that one then.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And we're on board now with Thailand, Morocco here in semi-final 1 and resuming the action in semi-final 2. There has been another goal. But who's it for, Alex?
It's Malaysia. Wow. With that play with the right-hand side, now turning to the left, not to the center, is Fikri. Wow, wonderful turn back finish.
And we jump back with Thailand, who have just scored.
There's no time for breathe here, Harry.
After P14 shocked the favourites in the quarterfinals, dispatching of Indonesia. This one puts him now in front.
We get closer to that chance. Once he turned back from the right side, he had the formation working perfectly to just pass, an easy spot to that finishing. Wonderful. Crazy semi-finals, ladies and gentlemen. We are watching right now here from Riyadh.
So, for those keeping track, these two semi-finals are playing out almost a mirror image of each other. The two nations who led in their respective semi-finals now find themselves behind. Malaysia doing a great job of nullifying Daniel's offense, and well, the attack from Malaysia has been so good, and it's wide.
Unlucky for Mbappe. That could have a potential third goal. defining the game one, but you know, it's not the opportunity for Daniel. Now, Malaysia, all of defense, double blooper. We'll see if they can resist before the substitution. Is Daniel on possession?
Singh is unable to find himself into a situation where he can help. Yeah, take a look at this from Morocco. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Absolutely lovely.
Harry, that's Anten Tienes. Wonderful double touch finishing.
That's 2-2 in that semi-final now. Back on track, as you say.
We'll see now what's happening in this. India 1, Malaysia 2 for the moment. India trying to find something else. He needs to take that much time as usually on the chance. We'll see. Pandita almost entering the box. The quick cross. It's getting longer. For the interest, Harry, of Mbappe, he needs not to throw out the ball because it's Daniel who needs those substitutions, those fresh legs. Because the actual score is really positive for Mbappe. That's pretty smart. Time is running, and Daniel needs something else.
Here's Stuart Wilkin out to Hosh.
Still on it.
Still on here. Malaysia trying to recycle it.
Oh, great recover.
For them here. We'll go for goal!
That's it.
Surely
great goal.
That is the game. Game 1. Vastly in Malaysia's favour now. India, with 10 minutes to go, down by 2 clear goals.
He wasn't able to clear that first 2-3 chances in a row. I mean, Mbappe, clear mindset, great regaining the ball, and they say, boom, into the net, great finishing. This man has no doubt how to score goals.
Semi-final 2 now looks fairly good for the team in front. Over here, though, still locked at 2 goals apiece between Thailand and Morocco. Thailand with P14 coming forward, and Amrabat is tasked with finding a red-shirted teammate to try and carry the ball forward. We haven't seen Tienes' heart rate this high for the majority of the tournament. That just goes to show what P14 and the stress that he's putting under Tienes, but this could be a crowning moment here.
Oh! My goodness, that was the moment. But this time, not for Tienes. We'll see, he keeps trying. Ben Seguir looking for Adli, no.
Well, that could be costly. That could be really costly. Thailand can't keep the ball, but neither can Morocco. These are mistakes that could come back to bite.
And good, look at the detail, Harry. Is Anten Tienes 2-2, but he played one red blind. He's playing offensively. We'll see if that could be negative because now is the pressure from P14. Oh, well defend. And Rabat, nice positioning.
5 minutes to go here in semi-final 1.
Oh, what a ball, Harry!
That's a great ball.
El Kabi!
With so little time left in game 1, I think Morocco, for Africa, have scored the winner there.
How good these players are, Harry. Like,
unreal.
It's like he had the mindset is like, I will score from here. It's like he was almost touching the defender. That was almost arriving to challenge him. Perfect timing. Well done, Tienes. He's really, really close to take game 1.
Really close indeed. There is still time left on the clock over there in that other game. You can see here between Malaysia and India. Malaysia have maintained that clear 2-goal margin between themselves and India. And for Daniel, well, it has to be near perfect. As you said, that's a mistake. 4 minutes added on. So with a goal from this attack, maybe there's a chance, but you can see how quickly that clock ticks down on mobile. Even if he scores from this, there's no guarantee, and he keeps giving the ball away, Daniel. And I think you're right, Alex. I think this one's in the books. It will be Malaysia winning game number 1, 3-1 against India.
We have seen him properly in the whole competition. He's really, really good. Isn't it as well? Is it as well, Daniel? But overall, how you can force Mbappe to have some problems, to have some mistake at the back. It's really difficult. No one has really proved it alone. I mean, the stats, it talks by themselves. 6 wins, 2 draw. No one has defeated him. It's like, wow.
Well, speaking of those undefeated records, Mbappe has maintained his here in the knockout stages. Won against Japan 2-0 in the quarterfinal in the round before. The only other undefeated record here in the knockout stages is about to fall. Thailand entered this one with 2 wins, 5 draws, and of course that 2-0 win against Indonesia that shocked everyone. But this looks to be 4 in-game minutes away from their first defeat, unless P14 with this attack can find himself a goal. Anywhere will do for Morocco, but that's an offside.
No,
but
it's time for Thailand. Unlucky for Tienes. He was reading so well what to do with that clear, but
how costly could this be?
If P14 win the header, there is chance. There is chance to make that kick in.
Oh, smartly making the goalkeeper take this one, Thailand. 1 minute left in stoppage time, and remember that's a minimum of 1 minute added on. Has to go forward though, and it does. There is a chance here for Thailand. Last shot, no!
The block in the very last second.
Thailand's undefeated record here at the FIFAe World Cup 2024 featuring eFootball Mobile has fallen to that man, Anten Tienes. Big smiles. 1-0 and advantage Morocco in the series.
1 more to go, Tienes, 1 more to go. It's not over. In front we see P14, and it's not that easy to beat again, because only you did once, but you need twice, Harry. And we'll see. Pretty good matches overall. I think we saw a lot of goals, a lot of action.
How good was that?
It was super cool. Many of those goals is so difficult to perform, but you know, that's why they are here. That's why they are the very best players on eFootball Mobile across the world. Look at that!
Yeah.
Malaysian team, high talent, all the console player.
They've 100%
rooting for the team.
They've won over so many fans here this weekend across both platforms. I think most of the nations have, truth be told. But the situation is now we have 4 nations left and only 2 can feature tomorrow. A moment to talk about Anten Tienes. There is so much pressure on him coming into this tournament. Not only is he representing Morocco, the only African nation here, but think about the disappointment he's had this year. 2 big tournaments. He featured in the FC Barcelona club event, if I remember correctly, fell at the last hurdle. Qualified for the World Finals in Tokyo, was eliminated at the group stages. Those would have been big disappointments for the 20-year-old. Now, he's 1 game away from a grand final and a shot at redemption and history here.
Those experiences, Harry, let me say, it grows you, it makes you grow as a person and obviously as a player. And it's an advantage that he has in front of the rest of the player, but you know, only details will define who's gonna win every single match. And it's not that easy. It's not about, all right, you have a spirit, you're gonna win. No. It's not will be like that. You have to prove it again. Game 2, Thailand, P14 versus Morocco, Anten Tienes. It's about to start in a few minutes. In the meantime, they are preparing stuff, tactics, game plan. Because you know, Harry, between games, maybe it's time to surprise your opponent with a new information, different tactics.
Well, on our screens right now, the sole survivor from Group B. He is the only man and the only nation left in the competition from Group B. Has had to come back from some poor performances towards the end of yesterday, didn't have his shooting boots on, and of course, in that quarter-final against Turkey, lost game 1, so had his back against the ropes there. He finds himself in a similar position here in game number 2 of our second semi-final.
Honestly, I've been talking. I love to talk with the players. I know to really know them, being there, having lunch, playing some ping pong, you know, those stuff. We are all really having fun here in Riyadh. Thanks to everybody making possible this event, because the facilities and everything looks amazing for the players and for all of us that we are here, lucky and proud to be. It is true that that player, that chemistry, Daniel, is really good what he's doing. And you know why? Because at the end, India in-game is not as good as the rest. And even with that, without double touch skills, without first-time touch, with aerial superiority, is here in the semi-finals. And we'll see what's happening in Game 2.
Game 2 underway. India, Malaysia. The Malaysians hold series points. 2 series points here against India. Daniel was free scoring in day 1 of the group stages, but there was a bit of blip in form. For now, Malaysia, they have the ball, and they are the only undefeated record left here at the FIFAe World Cup. And they look to score first. It's blocked.
Somehow, Malaysia is finding a solution every single time they join the attack. Is Daniel having a really hard time?
Wow, great vision
to block those attacks.
Look at that pass to the far side. Into
nice
the
run.
box now.
Oh,
nice run.
so smart. Unlucky.
Trading blows early on at Malaysia and India. Starting exactly how they finished that game number 1.
Now, they are proving how difficult it is to defend each other. Like, they are really good attacking. So we'll see who can concede less, no? In this game 2, we saw 4 goals in the game 1. And we'll see who take the lead. That will be a great advantage.
Well, they're jockeying for position, and it's India that's come out on top here. Manveer Singh.
Nice ball.
Sliding the ball through.
Look at the turn.
Will he go for
Look at the finesse. That's it. These boys are really, really good. Wonderful, Daniel. Nice vision, nice pass in. Waiting the right timing for the turn. And great finishing.
Yeah, you see the advice from the Indian bench there. Let's relax, let's not change anything, because India take the lead here in game number 2. But don't forget, India scored first in game 1, and you can see at the bottom of your screen how that one finished.
That doesn't mean anything, right? Because one of the best advices, Harry, is like sometimes it's easy, but keep rolling, because sometimes at this level, at this stage, when you score, it's like, all right, I'm winning. Maybe I need to defend this. No, keep pushing, because that will make your opponent keep struggling. So we'll see what happens now.
We're underway after that India goal. The other semi-final number 1 between Morocco and Thailand, also has just kicked off. Both Morocco and Malaysia hold series points here, but that's a chance here for Malaysia. Well done, Singh. Good hands at the half-hour mark.
We'll see if Hab can take the control, can drag some defenders out. Now the pressure from Malaysia. But once again, as you said before, need to turn out the score. Nice block with Tapa. It's so important to be that fast with the cursor, running back, blocking lines.
It's been so fun to watch the evolution of eFootball Mobile over the years. It used to be so low scoring, but now with these talented athletes, we see so many goals! And right on cue, as they did in game 1, Malaysia are back on level terms.
Yeah, big mistake, because Daniel had the chance to clear at first touch. He rather decided maybe to play in to keep building from that recovery. Big mistake. Great approach it by, Malaysia, which is back on track. And we'll see if there is an update this here. Morocco, Thailand. Some respect for the beginning of this game too. Harry, they know how important is this game.
The heart rate differential between this semi-final and semi-final number 2, it's crazy. We're talking 50, 60 beats per minute higher. Now our other side of the stage, Thailand win the ball back here. In a nice position, but can't really do anything with it. And P14, I think that will be a knock to his confidence. It's the first taste of defeat for Thailand in this competition. And well, it could go from bad to worse.
Flashes and goals.
That reaction from Tien, as we just saw, I think he appreciates his own brilliance then. That goal was phenomenal, perfect off the post.
I mean, I recognize those behavior, and he's so confident. Like, it's not disrespecting, it's like how confident you are of yourself that you are able to be looking at the camera, posting. You know, it's like, even you maybe don't win the game, but how confident is this man right now?
So confident. He was one of my picks pre-tournament to go all the way. And as things stand, he will punch his ticket to the grand final. P14, what, if any, response do you have? Morocco 1, Thailand 0. P14 on the charge now.
That will be a nice one. I think Tien is really conservative in that defense, leading that space to P14. We have seen goals from that distance, Harry, so it's not recommended. Be that passive. But you know, you don't want to concede those throw-in, so those passes. So yeah, you have to decide.
Well, following the good interception from Amrabat, he does give the ball away. Raheem Diaz. 5 minutes until half-time here in Game 2. Morocco with 2 1-0 leads, both in the series and in this game.
We'll see if something happens now. Can't catch the ball. It seems to be the last one for Tienes. Great ball from Raheem El Nesiri. The pass back's not intercepted.
Yeah, he tried to just nick it off the player there to continue. But the clearance came in quick enough. Back into the second half. India, Malaysia. Lovely through ball to Wilkin. He's lost his man inside. Still alive, but cleared by the Indian defence.
We're going to see the same story as game 1, Harry. We'll see.
These passes from Malaysia, so succinct into Wilkin.
Nice block again.
As you said, India quickly across the block.
Yeah.
But it's the same time and time again. They're giving the ball away too easily. This is a lovely ball.
He's really having a hard time, Daniel, to stop, to block all those 3-4 different passes that every single time that Mbappe joined the attack has. The formation is working so nice for Mbappe.
Look at these black shirts, and if it wasn't for Singh's interception, that would have been a surefire goal. Now, India and Daniel have been so good, so fluid going forward. Previously, throughout the different stages of this tournament here in Riyadh, they'll need more of that, will India? Pandita beats his man, crosses in, Singh almost loses his man.
It looks like he was able to catch it. That was really close now, substitution. Something that really didn't happen on game 1 on time, so we'll see. In the meantime, Morocco keep leading. Harry looking for the second potential. Will there be stage? No, almost regaining that ball.
Every time you see that ball contested by an attacker, there's always a chance they could win the jockey. And then
there is like a spotlight. You know, it's like, look at that. It's Thailand.
And Thailand.
The
cross over. He's taken too long, but it doesn't matter. The equaliser for P14.
Yeah, everything came from that mistake from Tienes in that possession. Wonderful job, P14. He keeps on track like the whole competition. He's not a man to create that many chances, but he's there every single time, waiting the moment.
That's a really big warning for Tienes. You cannot underestimate P14 after the shock of the quarter-final, beating Garuda Frank in 2 clean games in 2-1 fashion. Indonesia, they were the favourites, and P14 brushed them aside to get here.
Yeah, we drastically checking the bracket. All the top seed were in, less Indonesia against Thailand. So yeah, interesting so far. and the way of the Thailand community, let's say, play on eFootball Mobile, mainly focus on the defense rather than the attack with those 5 center-back formation. Even if P14 is not like that, it's with that 4-2-2-2, but it's pretty defensive. So we'll see if that finally works and win game 2.
Well, back to Malaysia, India. Final 10 minutes.
Oof.
Almost goes all the way through to their deadly striker. But a goal for either nation in this period of the game, this game 2, could be defining. India in possession.
There's some nerves right now. No one's is taking the right decision in the right moment. We'll see now because he's Mbappe with the poles.
That is the most vital interception I think I've seen so far this
the last
week.
one.
Last attack. If India clear the ball.
The last one.
The referee is kind to India. They will survive the late flurry from Malaysia. Back over to Morocco, Thailand.
We see right after the goal, P14 play all of defense.
Wow.
This man wants to defend, wants penalties, wants extra time. We'll see if he's able to get that.
Look at the heart rate from Tienes. I think I must be in a similar kind of range at the moment.
He's doing, he's the more intense jog session ever.
Here we go.
With those numbers.
There's a lot of unforced errors at this stage of the competition because of those high heart rates.
I think next time we should put them some pulsometers 24 hours to see how many calories they burn in the whole day of competition. My goodness.
I'd love to know. 15 minutes to go in game 2. Morocco with a 1-game lead after game 1. You see the result at the bottom of your screen. We're tied up at 1 here. And it looks to
the
me
rebound
like
is for P14.
Thailand.
Oof.
Well, they're getting some good passages of play. Now, this through ball.
Nice.
And the second, if he can win it.
That was really fast from P14. He saw that coming. Taking on time, that defender. Running back. Well defense.
Final 10.
Yeah, it's incredible that Tienes playing on offensive, on red.
Look at the Moroccan bench just behind Tienes at the moment in the face cam. They know a goal.
They know that we have big screen behind. It's like white from the phone.
They know a goal for Morocco would mean jubilation. Amrabat now down to Adli.
That could be a nice one.
White shirts over, but that step 2 wasn't quite enough to enable step 3 there. If they can win the header in the 90th minute, this one could spell well for Morocco. Last attack here of game 2. Defended well, and Thailand 1, Morocco 1. We are headed to extra time. Speaking of, here we are. Second period of extra time here between India and Malaysia.
We saw today on console 2 penalty shootout at the same time. Do you think could we have something else like this? We'll see.
Don't think my heart could quite take that. We will see though. 10 minutes to go in this game 2.
Ooh. Well, it's like 2-3 chances left in this substitution. An extra one still left. In the other side, 5+1 substitution.
Well, let me tell you, Alex, it's late here in Riyadh. It's the final round of fixtures of the knockout stages today. It's been a long day. It's been an anxious day waiting, and now it's time for these nations to take the stage. They've been up there for a little while, entertaining us already, but this really is,
nice.
If there is a business end, the business end of this knockout stage. And it has to be now for India if they want to avoid the penalty shootout. Malaysia still knocking on the door.
That could be the last one for Malaysia.
No minutes added on. This would be absolutely heartbreaking, but that defending is exactly what the doctor ordered. India, Malaysia headed to a penalty shootout. in game 2. If Malaysia win, they are our first grand finalist on mobile.
We check the stats. 7 shots for Malaysia.
Wow.
For just 2 of India. I mean, no surprise, Malaysia is on a really good shape. But now, the lottery of the penalties will decide if Malaysia or India takes this game too.
Keeping an eye on our other game, and well, it's Morocco knocking on the door. But as you said, this penalty shootout is what is important to us now. It is India's tournament life on the line, straight down the middle with PK number 1. Malaysia up next, the, as it stands, only undefeated nation here on mobile in the knockout stages. Straight down the middle.
Everything as expected from the moment.
It is India 1, Malaysia 1 here in the shootout. It is India's turn to step up, and it's saved! Malaysia save.
But now, Harry, you need to score to confirm that save. That will be Mbappe able to. Is Ahmad, right foot.
The heart rate from Daniel is... That's got to be a glitch. There's no way he's that calm right now. Malaysia stepping up.
Oh!
It's as you were.
Great vision. He saw that coming.
And for those here watching in attendance in Riyadh, the big screens have been turned off for competitive integrity, but now India's turn to strike,
once
and
again.
Malaysia save!
2 in a row.
They failed to convert their advantage after saving the earlier penalty. Can they do it this time? Yes, they can. That is cool, calm and collected from Mbappe.
Another chance for India.
They've already missed 2. They've already had 2 saved.
Lalianzuala, left foot, scores.
That's gutsy. That is gutsy to go down the middle with how much is on the line at this stage. Malaysia here with a chance to maintain their advantage.
It's an important one.
In the shootout. Mbappe steps up and scores to his right, and now puts Daniel and India in a must-score situation. He has to score this penalty to keep India's tournament hopes alive. Singh steps up and scores.
And a decisive one now, Harry. Left, center, right. 3 choices. 33%. We'll see.
If Malaysia score this penalty, they will be our first grand finalists. It is Mbappe stepping up.
Nice! Well done.
India survive.
Well, different story. The hopes keeps for India. We'll see.
Sudden death penalties now. India to take first for Daniel, and he scores. Might be the calmest man in the arena right now, piling all the pressure on the previously undefeated Mbappe.
We'll see. Maybe the comeback, or maybe we keep going on.
Has to score, and does.
Oof.
Back to sudden death.
These penalty shots are really, really intense.
My heart rate right now, 120. Daniel's is just 94.
Crazy. Pujari, Daniel, right foot.
He's going to step up and strike this with his right and score with his right.
All right, 4 in a row for India.
Quite the hot streak.
All the pressure on Mbappe right now.
It's the same situation we were in moments ago. Malaysia they have to score in order to maintain this penalty shootout.
Oh!
India! They force game number 3 and hand Malaysia their first defeat of the FIFAe World Cup 2024 mobile.
No, but you... No. Here were people worried about the penalties on cameras. No worries about that. Everything is high, is well managed by production. No worries, ladies and gentlemen.
Straight from one penalty shootout into another. Extra time was all even between Thailand and Morocco. Morocco have taken their first penalty and they've scored it.
Dangda for Thailand. Similar situation for Thailand, no? Harry, they need to win the penalties. We'll see.
Stepping up, P14, and Tienes has saved it. Early on in the shootout, it is advantage to Morocco.
Hakimi is Tienes hearing the advices for Sparta. The captain on console is like, Sparta, where should shoot? Left, right, center, we'll see.
Oh, it's Morocco. Oh, that's calm and cheeky.
I think that advice went good. I think that advice was good. We'll see. Next one, P14. He needs to score.
He does. P14 of Thailand.
It's like a mindset. It's like mind games, Harry. It's like, from here, every choice seems good. But from there, we'll see.
Much more difficult from on the stage.
Yes.
But P14 will convert to his right.
Ben Seguir, what a player. How many goals he has scored between console mobile this week?
So many. Tienes would love another one now.
Really
and he is keen to oblige as Morocco are up 3-1 before this third Thai penalty. P14 really needs a goal and he scored that penalty. And he needs to keep scoring them here. This is Tienes' second penalty shootout of the year. He's up 3-2, but oh, he's fluffed that one. It's saved well by Thailand. And now P14 has an opportunity to level the situation.
It's the moment, Harry. You don't want to wait to the last one. It has to be now.
If he scores here, we're effectively in sudden death. Remember, after the Game 1 win, if Morocco win this sudden death situation, they will enter the grand final. Adli for Morocco scores, converts, fires home the first of sudden death. All eyes on Thailand now.
What a pressure.
Cannot
what a pressure.
afford to miss. How is your nerve? P14, pretty good.
Pretty good. It is. It is. They are not really catching the idea of the other one. We'll see if that keeps or we're gonna save.
4-4 in the shootout, still in a sudden death situation. It is Anten Tienes stepping up first and scoring.
We'll see, we'll see. It's difficult to be in that position of P14 every single time.
Well, since missing his first penalty of the shootout, he's been in red-hot form.
We'll see. Kaman
He scored 4 in a row, and he needs...
It's crazy, the image. The footage on both sides are pretty crazy.
He needs to make it 5 in a row. Otherwise, his World Cup journey ends. It's saved! Morocco! Africa are in the final! And Tienes! He's done it!
Wonderful to see. One of the images so far of the competition. Look at that family. Look at that emotion. The man from Morocco, Tienes,
wow,
is into the grand final.
P14 put up the most valiant fight I have seen. He did not want to relinquish any of his leads there. But that semi-final belongs to North Africa. It belongs to Morocco. And it belongs to Anten Tienes.
Sportsmanship, that's the best. At the end, great competitor, good guys. And showing that respect they deserve. This kind of competition, Harry. Great level, great intensity. This time wasn't for Thailand. Great job, Anten Tienes. This man is once and again in a big final, but this one is the biggest from the biggest he could achieve for. We'll see. That will be tomorrow. Today it's time to enjoy, to celebrate. Well done, Tienes.
Congratulations to the Atlas Lions. We will see them tomorrow. And I want to say a really, really quick word on Tienes. 20 years old. Last time we saw him in a grand final, he lost to La Casa back in Barcelona. 4-3, heartbreakingly, on penalties. He has a chance tomorrow to go one further and become FIFA World Cup 2024 eFootball Mobile champion. The question remains, Alex. The question remains, who will be his opponent? And I think Tienes he's earned that lay down. I think he's earned that rest.
I mean, well deserved, well deserved. It wasn't easy, no? When you have those expectations over your shoulders that you are one of the favorites, making it that possible into the grand final is not that easy. Well done. And tomorrow, man, you have a final that will stay in your memory forever, and I hope you take it home. You will see.
I hope we have plenty of spare batteries for that heart rate monitor. And a big, big hug there for our winner. 2-0.
The family of Morocco, the coach team, the players from console, mobile, coaches, federation. That's fantastic to see. You know, at the end, a whole week here shared in a wonderful Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I mean, that's a unique opportunity, Harry, that we are really proud to be part of it. And well, still one game remains, Harry. Don't forget, it's not over. This grade 3. Look at the camera. Those two countries are ready.
You guys forgot about Malaysia, India. Well, you better return to whatever device you're watching this on, because we have a red hot game 3, the deciding game 3. Both nations on series points here in our semi-final. The entire qualification, selection process, group stages, knockout stages to this point has come down to this. Mbappe versus Daniel. Malaysia versus India. Here we go.
We saw twice in a row India taking the lead. We'll see if at the third game will happen the same or will be Mbappe.
Yeah,
Mbappe with the ball, the rebound, what it is.
The referee's brought this back for a Malaysian free kick. He tried to play the advantage. But there will be a free kick here for Malaysia early on.
There will be something special. Josue, Mbappe, I don't know.
Some trickery maybe.
If you need to choose a moment, it's right now. Game 3 semi-final. Wilkin with the ball.
Straight into the wall. And, well, very well done by the defender there, denying that corner.
65, Daniel, man. Are you playing a semi-final? Don't you?
Absolutely unbelievable. Has to defend. And now, gets to do what he loves to do, and that's attack his opponents. The highest scorer on eFootball Mobile here in Riyadh.
Nice
is
run,
coming
really
forward
nice one.
again.
That could be.
He's beaten the first man.
Oh, unlucky.
Wilkin heads away.
The automatic defender taking that out. So unlucky.
Whoa.
But keep the pressure. Well, is going for it?
It's a 4-on-4 as he gallops forward. Ali
3-on-3
for the pressure. That was really well timed from Mbappe.
Yeah, at the end, you know, it's a battle to choose life to red. And well defined, well predicted is FIFAe. It's Mbappe. The shot! Classy movement from Mbappe. Connect with FIFAe. Turn to the left, turn to the right, and doesn't matter. He put it into the net. For first time in 3 games, it's Mbappe taking the lead.
And it's the Malayan Tigers who strike first blood. Amazing. Amazing work here from Mbappe. Surviving at one end, and then look at that finish. 1-0.
I mean, he scored a lot of goals like this. So is there any way to stop those ones? Not for the moment. Great one and really important one so far. Because now it's sending all the pressure to the man from India, Daniel, that has to react, has to score to get closer his chances to go to the final.
Well, if you thought the arena was nervy before that previous penalty shootout, this is the final game of the semi-finals and the final game of what has been a very long day here in Riyadh. But not many people have left the venue. They are all watching this one. All eyes on Mbappe and Daniel as they go head-to-head here in Game 3. India now with the ball into the final third. Has to try and slice open the defence, but too many black shirts back there.
And we'll see now, because when you have the need to score, maybe you can leave that space behind. It's Joshua, it's Mbappe with his shot.
Only a corner to reward his efforts there. Every time Mbappe comes forward. Wow, it seems like magic is about to happen.
I mean, those automatisms he put into the game, it all comes with hard work, and obviously all of them has it that, but we see that Mbappe has a lot, and that's what makes the difference, no? If you are thinking every single time to what to do, Harry, that's late. That's really late, and that's why these players are so good.
5 minutes until the referee's whistle for half-time. India trail Malaysia here in Game 3 into the box, but cleared away. India, of course, the only team remaining from Group B. They currently trail the first place finishers from Group A, Malaysia. Manveer Singh tries to turn.
Calls. Nice predict.
As you say, Mbappe is smart through it, and the first half will end 1-0.
That's why in this kind of situation, Harry, is like you need to be having something extra, something, that could surprise your opponent, because if you analyze the gameplay of Daniel, he's being really repetitive. Once he connects with those two center forward, he always turns to the right looking for that finesse shot. So somehow he needs to find something else, because now he needs a goal.
Here we go then, second half in Game 3 between Malaysia, who have been pretty flawless up until that Game 2 loss, and an Indian nation that has been tenacious and gritty and will continue to do so until the bitter end.
Oh!
And that's a nice double touch. Oh!
No comments. Just simply...
No notes, no comments.
No. I mean, is there any perfect timing? If you don't know when it is, replay of that goal, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, here it is. Double touch onto the right, and bang!
right before that tackle, that entrance from the defender. Perfect timing, perfect finishing. Mbappe, teach me how can I do that move?
That is a huge goal and a huge time to score it. Daniel immediately in reply with India!
Yes! Game on, ladies and gentlemen, game on. It's not over. It's not over. Right before the halftime. Perfect timing. Oh no, right after.
Well, it's immediately following the goal, and it comes so quickly following half-time, but that is a perfect response. Anything you can do, I can do just as well. Don't want to say better because there's been some amazing goals, but that finish, exactly what Daniel ordered.
Can't relax, Harry. You can't relax in these kind of games. Game on, ladies and gentlemen. Just one goal down from Daniel. Chances are on. We'll see how goes those next 10-15 minutes into the game.
Wherever and however you are watching this, let us know who you are supporting here. India trail Malaysia, but they've proven they will not give up. Man over on that far side. Can he beat the defensive press? He can with that pass.
No! From where you came from, Daniel, my goodness. 2-2.
We are all tied up from 2-0 down. We said Daniel and India, they would not give up until the bitter end. There might not be a bitter end for them.
If I can say something, Harry, this game 3 is a masterclass on how to attack in eFootball Mobile.
I don't think I've had this much fun in a very long time.
Sensational, simply sensational.
Whichever
all those
way.
attempts, movement, timings, they are clinical.
Whichever way this goes, if it goes the way of Malaysia and Mbappe and the Malayan Tigers, or if it tips in India's favour with Daniel, both of them just give yourselves a big pat on the back because you've made my entire year with this game, this series. It's been next level stuff, high level stuff. It's not easy to do this on mobile, what you are seeing.
No.
You don't believe me? It's free to play. Download it and give it a try yourself.
And guys, it's really, really fun. Honestly, I moved from console to mobile, and that is so fun. And this is it. 30 minutes left. And what a shot has received Mbappe right after being 2 goals up. Look at the clock. Still a long time to play in this game 3.
Look at the confidence that is brimming through Daniel's gameplay. He feels untouchable right now, and you just need a circuit breaker if you are Malaysia. But I don't know in what form that will present itself.
He's confident right now. Look, he's confident.
He's
we'll
playing
see if Mbappe can resist the ball.
The same style of football, Alex, we saw in the group stages on day 1. Free-flowing, free-scoring. He's found his old self, and he's threatening with every single attack on the Malaysian goal.
But don't underestimate Mbappe, ladies and gentlemen. He's still there, still alive. It was just a shot, but it's not over for him.
No, it is not. 15 minutes to go. The ball recycled and salvaged by Malaysia.
I feel we're going to have a big one in those 90 minutes. I feel one extra one.
10 minutes to go. If it's going to happen in regular time, it's going to happen in these next 10.
Nice run by Wilkin in the left-hand side, looking for the standing cross. Don't fake shot. All the players behind, but he lost the momentum.
The ankle breaker inside the box now.
Coming.
Malaysia! Oh!
No, it's not coming.
Not yet. The Indian defence is standing firm.
taking his time, putting some nerves into your opponent. Well done, Hanapi. They pass in. Wilkin! Mbappe! Ladies and gentlemen, how smart was that? Taking his time, dragging defender out of position, that through pass, and that finishing. Wow!
He realised how much time India were affording him on the ball, and he said, okay, you want to give me time? No problem. Watch this.
Yeah, he looks like he wasn't on timing to kick that ball. He's sliding, he touched barely the ball. It was enough to put it into the net. Massive shot into this game 3 because it's just left one chance, two chance. We'll see.
I think there's about 2 or 3 maximum minutes left on the in-game timer, plus whatever stoppages happen. We have had goals in the second half, and goals traditionally add to stoppage time. There might be enough time following the resumption of play here for India to apply some kind of bandage and resuscitate themselves here.
It has to be the kickoff.
It has to be.
It has to be right
now. 90th minute we're in. And if Malaysia win the ball back, whoa, 6 minutes. 6 minutes added on. India, how clutch are you, Daniel? You've scored so many goals. You've won over so many hearts in the group stages, in the knockout stages. No. Does your journey end here? Mbappe seems to think so. You might get one more chance here.
Yes, this time.
Move forward.
No!
Malaysia! Malaysia win game 3. And Mbappe has a date with destiny. He will face ANZ in the grand final. Malaysia, stand up for this man.
And I'm sure they will celebrate with some copy of who else, but they will celebrate so loud. Congratulations, Malaysia. Congratulations, Mbappe. A huge, big applause to Daniel. What a match. What a semi-final we have seen, ladies and gentlemen. Till the very last second almost.
Look at the celebrations. And you're right, Daniel and India. They have been star performers. They are stars of the future and present.
He's really jumped. He will have way more opportunities coming.
Oh, Daniel's day will come.
That's it.
And India are on the map for eFootball. Thanks to that man and his supporting crew. Well done. Semi-finalists, India, but sadly that is where their journey and their story will end this year.
He should be more than proud. That's it. We've got the coach teammate, the console teammates, everyone. How much India has grown in esports, especially in eFootball recently, is crazy, but I really love to see that.
Well, Daniel no doubt has inspired plenty of eFootball mobile players around the world, but veracity is with our grand finalist, Malaysia.
Thanks very much for that, guys. Congratulations, Malaysia. You make it through to our grand finals. I have to ask you, though, game 1, you had that 3-goal snowball that took place as well. Do you feel like that kind of fed some confidence into the approach of, you know, continuing on with the rest of the games?
Okay, untuk first game, kita kan dah leading and then come back. Lepas tu ada penalty and all. So, ada effect untuk kau punya confidence tak untuk next game?
Untuk game pertama tu memang saya tengah possess game tu, but untuk game kedua tu mungkin ada silly mistake yang saya lakukan sebab mungkin saya terlalu overconfident or maybe opponent pun dah baca gameplay saya, so mungkin untuk akan datang confidence saya akan lebih tinggi lah.
So So for the first game, he tried to possess on the game plan and all, but on the second game, he probably a bit overconfident and do some silly mistake. So that's the comeback on the third game.
What's the game plan now? Because you're going to be facing Morocco in the grand finals. How do you think Morocco are going to approach this match against you?
So game plan tentang Morocco di final. So you rasa macam mana dia punya approach game plan dia untuk lawan Malaysia kat final?
Untuk game plan final nanti akan bawa kelainan sebab dah pernah lawan Morocco dekat group stage. So mungkin dia dah baca sedikit. Untuk Morocco mungkin dia punya game plan pun akan berubah seperti sebab dah final. InsyaAllah kat final saya akan lakukan yang terbaik.
So probably his game plan will be a bit different because they have met each other in the group stage, and he expecting on the Morocco side have some tweak on their game plan as well, and with God willing, so yeah, he'll be champion.
Well, you know what? For everybody that's watching right now, I don't just have two people here with me. You guys get in here as well. Get in here as well. Everybody get in. Malaysia have one heck of a party that is backing them all the way. Congratulations to them once again. I'm super excited for this grand finals. Good luck and have fun. But let's find out what my desk has to say about this.
Thanks, Rhapsody. And yeah, a massive congratulations to both Morocco and Malaysia, who were the last team today to book their slot into our grand finals. What a pair of semi-finals we were treated to. Wes and Chris, who are still alongside me up here on the desk. I mean, I guess the first one was a little bit easier than the second there. India pushed that team in terms of Malaysia all the way to the wire.
Oh, push them big time. I mean, that is as late as you could possibly get a normal time for Malaysia to score. And we've seen Daniel have his opportunities throughout that game as well, and it was kind of as advertised. We said there would be goals, and there were indeed goals. But unfortunately for India, for Daniel, it fell the way of Malaysia, who thoroughly deserved the victory.
Yeah, goals, I guess, in a different capacity, wasn't it, for Morocco and Thailand. When it got to the second match as well, we had to go to that penalty shootout, which was so cagey, especially Morocco. They had the ascendancy first and then slipped up, and then it was basically sudden death sweat.
Yeah, they basically just had to find that inner metal that you sometimes need within esports, as we watch over some of the goals from India versus Malaysia, and that was the crucial one. But you're quite right, Morocco showing that intensity, as you can see the jubilant scenes from Tienes, and then you can see the reaction for Malaysia as well. Again, it just shows you just how much it means to these two teams to get into our grand final.
Really emotional as well from all the players, and commiserations to Daniel there from India. Didn't quite get the job done today, and the same goes for Thailand there. But these are your grand finalists. These are the nations making it through to tomorrow's big one, Morocco and Malaysia. Congratulations to them, and congratulations obviously to all our other nations who took part as well in not just today but the groups as well. In terms of these nations, we've seen here, it's just more than an individual, isn't it? We talk about this being 1v1, but you saw with Morocco especially, when they were doing the penalty shootout, it wasn't just Tienes there. The entire team were kind of saying, this way, that way, what should I do? Questions are being asked. It wasn't just down to the individual.
As opposed to, we talked at the top of the show before we went into mobile about, okay, you're on your own, so it is just your decisions, and you don't have anybody else to lean on, it's just yourself. We couldn't be further wrong. It's every single team have had their backing behind them. They've had their family, their friends behind them, helping them out throughout, and it's been really fun to watch. Although I would say Daniel's dad is my MVP of that, in fairness, albeit he doesn't get through. But yeah, it's really nice to see.
The most tense moment was, I think, of that penalty shootout was when Tienes actually just closed his eyes at the end and waited to see which way was a goal going to be scored. And yeah, it wasn't scored, and he went through. But wow.
I had a similar experience with the penalty shootout earlier, where I literally was crouched behind the desk going, I can't watch this.
Your job is to watch it.
I know,
you have to. You
that's the race bit, but you can understand the pressure he's under by just going, look, I've made my decision, just let whatever happens, happens.
I can indeed. We get so nervy watching as well. We always think you should have Comcam up here on the desk, especially for Alex actually earlier when Spain got knocked out. I filmed that. I'll put it up on my socials later for you guys to watch. It wasn't pretty. Okay, we heard from Malaysia a short while ago with Rastity. Now let's hear from Morocco and TNS with Milos, which was filmed a few moments ago.
And what a game we've had. I want to talk to Team Morocco here, Enes, who just made it to the grand final after defeating Thailand on the other side. Great game. I want to talk about that second game within that series because it's going to penalties. Everybody's shooting. And I noticed that you were surrounded by your team. What was going on there? Talk me through the communication that was going on.
We was we playing like a team. From the beginning of the tournament, we playing as a team, and in penalties the same. And alhamdulillah.
And alhamdulillah, of course. But what are your I guess teammates in this case saying to you during those moments?
I want to.
شو عم بيقولوا لك اللاعبين معك أو الكوتش شو عم بيقولوا لك أنت وعم تاخذ البنالتيز? What are they telling you as you're trying to hit or shoot the penalties?
They told me I need to be calm and don't be nervous. And we catching like as a team prediction. Maybe sometimes me, sometimes them. And they are from console, but they support me. Yeah.
It's beautiful to witness in a case like this. Now in the final, we're not confirmed yet if you'll be playing against Malaysia or India. Game 3 in that series is happening right now. It's incredible in its own right. Who do you expect to play in that final?
I expect to play against India.
And why is that?
Because I know him. He's with me in the same team in India. And I know he's a superstar. Yeah.
I can't wait to see. Maybe we'll get Daniel here playing versus Anas. That'd be sick, but we have Malaysia also playing as we speak. Anas, what a day, what a past few days it's been. Tomorrow, you get to play in the grand final in front of our audience here in Riyadh. I'm going to let you go and rest and relax. I checked your heart rate during the game. It went up to 150.
Yeah.
You need the rest. Thank you very much, Habibi. Congratulations on the win. We'll send it back then to our desk.
We're talking heart rates, we can have a look at the heart rates as well.
Damn.
Whoa, from that game, I know, absolutely epic. Heart rates going through the roof, 180. Wow, is all I'm going to say there. Mine probably didn't get to that high, but when Morocco had the penalty shootout, it was pretty up there.
I think Harry was measuring his throughout, wasn't he, when the penalty shootout was going on. Incredible to see
69
how far...
at the moment. I'm chill.
Nice resting. Very, very, very chill. One thing I actually did want to touch on the heart rate because we probably won't show it up, but Daniel's was just, that man is icy cold. It was like 60 all the way through. We were all a lot higher, so incredible to see that. But yeah, both competitors. I love how you can see the moments in the game. Both of them are going up and down. Incredible.
Whereas we haven't even spoken about the grand final tomorrow in terms of these two teams now, Malaysia and Morocco. How well matched are they?
Well, as was alluded to, they met each other in the group stage, and I hasten to remind people that Malaysia beat Morocco 2-1. Bearing in mind, though, that's a best-of-1 series. That doesn't really mean that all that much in the grand scheme of things. This should be a brilliant final tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And talking of brilliant finals and brilliant players, there's been so many of them, but Chris has picked 4 for us in our Axe Player of the Day. Chris?
Well, it wasn't too difficult because there's only 4 of them left. Yeah, of course, for our 4, of course, semi-finalists who did manage to get themselves through P14 TNS, Mbappe and Daniel. I will say there will be at least around 6 or 7 votes for Daniel. I feel as if he has been the favourite of the talent team, so we really have enjoyed watching his play. But our 2 finalists, TNS and Mbappe, of course, do need your vote.
Yeah, well deserved for all 4 of our Axe players of the day. We'll see which one wins tomorrow then. And we love this bit as well. We love picking or suggesting how many goals were scored. What are we going to go for? Over 200?
Not quite.
Not quite 200.
I think it's just under.
Just under 200. Okay, this is the Hyundai Ioniq goals calculation in terms of percentage, how far the car can travel. 95%, almost 100 guys today.
Was that
just
over?
Just over. Oh, right, I was right. 216 is that?
219.
219, there we go. 10 times fully charged. Over 5,000 kilometers travel now. 5266. That is a lot of charge in the car. Any thoughts on that today and where you want to go?
Where do you want to go, Wes? I don't think you've told us where you want to go yet.
Have we solved it yet? Have we got enough charge to get to Mecca? That's the question.
If we can collate them all together, we said we can.
Okay, so we're going to have to put them both together. Okay, that's fair enough. I think I'll take that.
Okay, well, we've summed up that then. And let's just finally sum up today's action as well. We have 4 nations represented tomorrow because it's not just about the mobile, it's about console as well. Indonesia, Brazil, Malaysia, Morocco. What a grand final day we have in store.
I mean, if it goes how it's been going, with day 1 being crazy, day 2 being crazier, day 3 has blown me head off. I don't know how much further we can surely go here in game 4.
Well, I don't want you to explode,
no,
Chris.
hopefully
So calm down a little bit. Does it change anything, the fact that mobile go first tomorrow?
I think it might change a little bit. I think the key factor as well, of course, is that we may have attendance tomorrow, of course. Don't forget, we're open to the public of people who come and get their tickets to come in to the SEF Arena. So I saw how that affected the Rocket League, which now feels an ages ago. But it was a riot in here in the most positive way. There was flags, there was scarves, and just that type of atmosphere just might make a couple of these guys think of it.
Sell it then to the audience at home. If they can jump on a flight now and get to Riyadh to watch tomorrow, what can they expect to see?
Goals and goals and goals. Just plenty of drama every single game that we will have. We've got 2 grand finals against 4 brilliant, brilliant teams. It can go off tomorrow, big time.
Where's go on, add to it?
You've got South America versus Southeast Asia.
He's doing better.
You've got Africa, the only African nation here, might I add, in Morocco against Southeast Asia. It's a clash of continents, and it's a clash of fandoms because they have been going crazy in the stream chats all day today. And I can just imagine that chat just exploding tomorrow. We got Brazil versus Indonesia, Malaysia versus Morocco up first. It is going to be a party in here.
It is indeed. The roof is going to be lifted tomorrow as you join us for the FIFAe World Cup finals featuring eFootball, football featuring mobile and console. It's here tomorrow. Come back and join us. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.
For the rush, levels up, not many like us. Cool with it, leaving ops in the dust. See me on the grind, on the rise coming up. Pushing through, blood rushing through my veins. Repetition separated me from the lanes. Now I'm here, speeding down my own lane. Destination on top of the game. Go, go, go hard. Go, go, go hard. I'm fired up, I'm a boss, I'm in charge. I'm fired up, I'm a boss, I'm in charge. Don't stop. Don't stop. I'm charged up. This the past another guard. I'm charged up. This the past another guard. Push. I'm pushing through. Push, got nothing to lose. Push, I'm pushing through. Push, got nothing to lose. Unstoppable, can't stop me. Gotta get it in my head, gotta let it show. Gotta turn up the heat, different type of glow. Like the dynamite up, we about to blow. Can't simmer down now, can't fall behind. Push it to the limit, it's our time to grind. Don't fall in line, nah, we don't fall in line. Push it to the limit, I'm solidified. Go hard, go hard. I'm fired up, I'm a boss, I'm in charge.